this. Fresh off the Palm Beach County, that's where I'm from. Where niggas get gunned down and left like I'm just for fucking round. This ain't accounting for you bitches to come around.
What up? What up? And welcome to another episode, the unofficial podcast of the National Football League, the world-famous and critically acclaimed 5-6 Kings podcast. I'm David Breen. With me, as always, my dear friend and co-host, Braden Bowler. Braden, how are you, man?
I'm doing pretty good, dude.
Yeah, you're good to go. You're good to go.
No, man. Just want to say thank you to all the veterans out there. Happy Memorial Day. It's a day after, but come on. We can celebrate for 2 days.
I mean, it's a full week after. Are we giving them a whole week?
Oh,
is that what you're saying?
Damn it, that's right, David.
Is that what you're saying? Because I say absolutely.
Yes.
They gave their lives for this country. We'll give them a full week. We'll give them fucking 2 weeks.
Yeah. I was gonna.
How else you doing?
I was about to say something that could have came across.
Yeah, I cut
offensive.
you off. I cut you off for sure.
Thank you, because I almost said something that could have been.
I mean, now you're saying it. You do this thing where you don't say the joke, but you're like, I thought about saying something that was really bad. Like, that's worse than saying the joke.
Yeah, so I'm saying it could have came across.
Because now now the people get to think, oh, what was Braden gonna say?
I'll say it.
Braden was gonna say that he hates the troops.
No.
Yeah, but you let people think, like, oh man, what was Braden gonna say? Because you're like, it could have been bad.
Yeah. That's a good point.
So you have to either say it or don't draw attention.
So I think Memorial Day should be maybe more than just a day. I mean, think about it. We got like Pride Month. That's a month. See, that's how it was going to come across, like almost fucked up. It's not that I'm against that being a month. It's just that I'm trying to say, like, that's a month, but Memorial Day is a day. Well, maybe give
Memorial
them a week.
Day is remembering
a day, a specific day. Yeah.
But it's the ones who have passed.
Yeah,
it's not all veterans.
Yeah,
you don't give dead people a full month. It's not Martin Luther King month.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, maybe give the veterans a whole month.
Challenge the challenge.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, but like it's not like. Well, what are they going to do with that month? Not going to do shit with that month.
Probably a lot of deals. Think about how much money is made.
Well, they're dead. I'm saying, what are they going to do with that month? What are the dead people that we're memorializing? What are they going to do with that month? The answer's nothing.
That's a good point.
You give them a day, and it's for the families. I wished a veteran that I used to work with last year, I wished him a happy Memorial Day. And rather than just understanding what I was doing and saying, oh, thanks, man, he said Memorial Day is to remember those who have fallen for this country, not all veterans.
That is good to know.
But fuck him.
Yeah,
the correct response to "Hey, happy Memorial Day" is just, "Oh, thanks, man."
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, that is all you say to that.
Do you think that's going to happen with most veterans if you say that to them?
I have no idea. If I said "Happy Memorial Day" to you, you'd be like, "Oh, thanks, you too, bud."
Yeah,
love you.
Yeah, because I think
and you ain't done shit for this country. All you've done is take from this country.
I did community service once.
Yeah, it was court ordered though because you touched that kid.
Yeah, 90 hours.
Punishment fits the crime.
Oh my god. What the fuck was I going to say? Now you just got me.
How was your week though?
No, yeah, it was good, man. Been working a bunch, and I actually just closed on the house. We just got the keys on this apartment that we're fixing up as well. So
nice, congrats.
Busy, but good. Yeah, man.
Nice.
How about you?
Doing all right. We're recording this 2 days after the Miami Heat fell in 7 games to the Boston Celtics. I mean, hell of a season. Did they ask Jimmy Butler to do a bit much? Yeah, probably.
What about that last pool?
Anyone who is upset about him taking the shot at the end of the game there, you can go fuck yourselves.
I was going to say, I'm not.
You play Jimmy Butler all 48 minutes in a Game 7, you expect him to take that shot. You expect your best player to try to win the game for you. Jimmy Butler, he missed a shot. If he makes that shot, no one says shit about him pulling up and shooting that.
Did you see the controversial 3?
The Max Strus.
Yep.
I still have not seen a clip of that where I hope it's out there.
I saw a picture, but not a clip.
Yeah, I still have not seen one where his heel touches.
Yeah.
I really hope it's out there. I hope I just haven't seen it because it's crazy. It's one thing if they call him out and then like he happens to make the shot, but they whistled it dead because his foot was on the line. They called it a 3, and then later went back and overturned it and said he stepped out of bounds. Doesn't count.
So does that mean that the coach can't, like the Miami Heat coach, can't try to overturn that, or
you can't? They went to
that time. Yeah,
they went to the video and overturned it. He can't then challenge it and overturn it. Yeah, but I just, like I said, I really hope there's a picture, there's footage of his heel touching and him being out of bounds. Otherwise, what the fuck?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people rage.
I'm yet to see Max Strus's heel touch the ground. It has to exist. Like, for them to overturn it,
there has to be irrefutable evidence.
Yeah. Like it has to exist, and I just haven't seen it. That's what I'm telling myself. Because otherwise, what the fuck is that?
Like, his heel in the picture was definitely right above the line. Like, his heel could have touched down, but we just don't know.
Yeah, I've not seen the clip where it happens. I really hope it did.
Yeah,
really hope it did. But also, like, that's not why they lost the game. They lost the game because they shot 20% from 3. They lost the game because they shot 67% from the free throw line. Like, that's in a Game 7 at home for you to shoot 67% from the free throw line. It's really inexcusable.
I had someone, like a buddy, say that he thinks it's on the refs, trying to say that they did this working with I don't. He was just trying to put it on the refs, trying to say like they're not going to have a smaller name big team like the Heat that has, I guess, smaller names for some. He was trying to say that they don't have as big of a star roster as the Celtics.
Who's your buddy?
This is a guy I worked with in film.
He's wrong.
Okay, yeah, I don't know.
Star power, like Jason Tatum is a rising star in the league.
Okay.
Star power just in general, Jimmy Butler is the biggest name that was on the court.
I was going to say, I thought Jimmy Butler was a huge name.
For sure. Jimmy Butler was the biggest star in that series, and he played like the biggest star in that series. But like the refs didn't make the Heat shoot 67% from the free throw line.
Dude, like, they had 13 missed shots in a row at some point?
Yeah, like they shot very hot and cold, but free throws.
Yeah.
Like that's 67% is... Guys, I have not shot a free throw in a very long time. I think if I went and shot 10 free throws, I think...
I'll give you at least 50. I think you would hit 5.
Yeah. Like I think I might shoot 70%.
Yeah.
Like
I wouldn't doubt it.
Like free throws at the NBA level. Like I'm not going to be a fucking douchebag up here. Be like, you need to make every single free throw, no matter. Like, no, but you should shoot 80% in the NBA.
Yeah.
At the free throw line,
taking your time.
And it wasn't like they were hacking Bam Adebayo and sending them to the line. He was missing them. Like Jimmy Butler missed a few.
Yeah.
Kyle Lowry missed a few. Like everyone was missing free throws.
Now, I always thought, just kind of like as devil's advocate kind of perspective, do you think that home court sometimes can maybe build too much pressure to the actual home court team? Because like you have all these fans, like, yeah, they're raving you on and everything, but almost that in itself is like almost like an added pressure. Like, yeah, I think it could hype you up, but at the same time, you have all these people like cheering for you, which I think could build like a sense of pressure.
It definitely can, but I don't think that affects Jimmy Butler.
I don't think it affects Jimmy
I don't think
Butler
it affects
either.
Kyle Lowry. Like I think the guys it would have an effect on could be like Max Strus.
Okay.
Could be Tyler Hero, like shooters who are younger.
Yeah.
I could see it having an effect on them. I don't think like Jimmy Butler, I really think he doesn't give a fuck about any fan.
I don't. Yeah.
Cause that's the attitude he gets, and I love it.
Yeah.
Like fuck it. Like he was in an interview with Bill Simmons, and he referred to the Celtics as he's like, well, we did this. And he's like, what? He's like, what is that with fans? He's like, you have nothing to do with that team. What do you mean we? Like, he's like, you watch them and you cheer for them. You're not involved in the fucking practices day to day and film prepping and like a game plan. Like no, it's not we.
Yeah.
It's the Celtics.
Yeah.
you're a fan of the Celtics. Like I think that is Jimmy Butler's mindset. So like I don't think like, oh man, I'm gonna let the Heat fans down here. He's like, no, I'm gonna let myself down.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler views himself as one of the best players in the NBA, and he's like, I need to go out there and win a fucking ring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's it. And I thought he got a decent look. I liked him taking it.
He almost hit the
like,
shot. The shot was really close.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like he fucking airballed it or
no,
something.
or like fucking nailed it off the backboard. Like he hit the rim. It was a close shot.
Mm-hmm.
But also like Kyle Lowry draws a charge and at a spot where it didn't really matter that he drew the charge, and they called it a block, and he has Spo review it, and Spo reviews it, but you use a timeout to review, and they got it overturned, and then Kyle Lowry fell and was on the ground and burned a timeout. So like, had they had a full arsenal of timeouts at the end there, they call timeout and they draw up a play and probably get a cleaner look.
Yeah.
Get like they probably don't go for the three.
Mm-hmm.
They probably get a cleaner look with Bam at the mid-range or down low, and you send it to overtime or make the Celtics hit a shot at the end. But it's the fucking NBA. Like,
a good game.
Like I can sit here and just say the stuff that the Heat did wrong. Celtics fucking played like the Celtics are the number 2 seed, and they were one of the best teams all year, and they deserve to be in the finals. And
Yeah.
they're a very good basketball team.
It was a good game.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was a good series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hope the Celtics win.
Yeah.
Just because it's then the Heat went 7 games with the NBA champions. Let's go into the offseason and get better.
Yeah.
We'll see, though. It'll be exciting. The Heat don't really... I think they need to make a move. Like, kind of a big... go get Bradley Beal. Go get a fucking... It was a bullshit Bleacher Report article, but if Donovan Mitchell's available, like, you go offer whatever the fuck it takes to get Donovan Mitchell. Like, they need, because Jimmy's going to be a year older. Kyle Lowry's going to be a year older. The Celtics are a very young team, and they beat you guys this year. Like, they need a young star who can run the court. And, like, maybe that becomes Tyler Hero. Maybe this offseason they look at it and they're like, he'll be ready for a postseason run next year. Because he was very hot and cold this year, and then he got hurt, which sucks.
Yeah.
It's because like we didn't get to see, can he take over a game in the Eastern Conference Finals, not inside the bubble. It's exciting. Go Heat. They have good young pieces. They still have Jimmy Butler. We'll see what they do this offseason. We'll see what next year's going to look like. But I'm optimistic.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
You want to talk dinosaurs or what, baby?
David.
This is the second to last time we're going to do this, guys.
Second to the last time, and I'm already sad. I mean, obviously, all you guys have a big love and childhood memory with dinosaurs.
Not for Jurassic World.
Well, not Jurassic World.
I don't
but
think anyone watching this probably wasn't a child when Jurassic World came out.
Yeah.
Right? Like who?
Yeah, probably.
Because who's...
It's like, what,
2015 was when the first one came
This
out.
one's
This one a few
2018?
yeah. So like...
What are you for?
Kind of hopefully. Unless Zach, who does not smoke crack, is watching or listening to this. Like I hope it's not kids. How old's Doug?
Oh, dude.
Doug's like 30?
Doug's 20. Yeah. Yeah, Doug's full grown. Man's 6'4". Shout out to my cousin Doug. But yeah, I mean, I was honestly, so I've seen this world. We're doing Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, and I've seen this movie only a couple times, maybe at most 2 times, before rewatching it for a third time just last night. And I was like pleasantly surprised because I was so kind of like, I didn't like the way it ended in like certain ways and kind of just like almost like the second half of the story. But like rewatching, I was pretty pleasantly surprised for the first half. I was like, okay, this is actually a pretty good movie. And then they just completely change tones and feel for the second half. They literally make it like almost like a horror dinosaur movie, which is exactly what they were going for with all the styles of the shots that they were doing and even the coloring and everything. But
because the second half of the movie, you're not on the island anymore.
You're not.
You're in like a big house, and it's and it's storming outside. It's like a haunted mansion, but with dinosaurs.
Yeah, you're in a state that's like up in the hills, surrounded by a bunch of big trees.
Yeah, which like it wasn't bad. It
think
just
it was, like,
it just
some-
wasn't what Jurassic Parks are.
Was it like Northern California or something? Was?
Yeah.
That was what it was. Yeah. But yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah, let's just go out of order because we've started doing this. What, you got the reviews?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, David. So IMDb gave it a 6.1 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 47%. Common Sense Media gave it a 3 out of 5. And Google users give it an 85%. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I would have expected lower from Google users, honestly.
Oh, from the Google users.
Because I would have expected, like... I imagine Google users, in my opinion, would likely be just quick trigger, like, I fucking hated that. Like that. It wasn't Jurassic Park. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
There's no Alan. Where's Alan? like that's what I imagine, and they'd go and they just hit it with a thumbs down. So I'm surprised it was 85%.
What did Crank get? 79? Didn't they?
I don't remember.
I think Crank got a 79% last week. That's. I mean, I think it's a straight percentage for Google, but I give it a. You want to ask me?
No.
Okay. Sure.
I'm positive. Okay.
I give it a 7.7.
7.7.
Yeah, I went one.
So Braden had earlier given it a 7.8. He is now going down 1 point.
Going down 1 point.
Yeah,
Point 1.
I give it a 6.9.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
You'd like that one. This is not as good as the first Jurassic World movie. Definitely, I still think the first Jurassic Park, at least for nostalgia's sake, I think it's the best out of all of them.
I agree.
But this was better than both Jurassic Park 3 and so much better than Lost World. Yeah, like this is right in the middle of the Jurassic Park movies. We'll see. Hopefully the new one's great.
Yeah.
Hopefully the new one's fucking awesome and like blows them. But they definitely went backwards instead of forwards.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a Rocky and then Rocky 2 and you're like, oh shit, and then Rocky 3 with Mr. T, you're like, holy shit, and then they're like, let's do a fourth one and we'll have Ivan Drago played by Dolph Lundgren, and you're like, get the fuck out of here, this is amazing, and then let's do a fifth one with Tommy Gunn, and Paulie loses all Rocky's money, and you're like, it's fine, it's not great. You guys are going backwards, and then they're like, let's do a new one, and Rocky's really old, and he's fighting someone that's like fucking like a legit boxer, Antonio Tarver. Box Antonio Tarver. And you're like, this is so bad. And then they're like, let's make Creed movies. And I might have seen the first Creed.
I don't think I watched any of the Creeds. I think I saw snippets.
And then the other day, YouTube suggested that I watched the scene from Creed 2.
Where Michael B. Jordan gets knocked out?
No. Where he boxes Drago's son. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I was like, this is... Drago killed his dad? And now he's fucking fighting Drago's kid? Like, this is amazing.
Yeah, that's...
And... Dude, like, it was so like they were showing, like the promoter, and he's like, Adonis Creed, he's just scared that's going to be the same result as when his dad fought Ivan here. And you're like, oh my God. Like,
was Michael
this
B.
couldn't
Jordan?
happen in real life. Like, they could be like, he's scared he's going to die like a bitch, just like his dad did. Like...
Was that how he was, like, in the back corner talking to his, like, coach? It's like, I don't know, coach, I'm scared. Like, I think the same thing might happen to me. Like, my, you know...
It was at least from when I haven't seen the movie.
Oh,
so
okay.
who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
From the clips I saw, he was like, I want to fight him. Fuck that guy. And then he won the fight. So good on him.
Yeah. Wow.
Good on him, avenging his dad's death. Russia turned on Drago. Guys, I might go watch Creed 2, because Rocky 4, I think, is the best of the Rockies.
You think they're chanting in the crowd, USA?
They're probably probably not USA. Probably Creed,
Yeah.
Creed.
They'd grade it, though, if they made it political.
I mean, they definitely go political.
No,
Did you see Rocky 4?
Yeah.
It was just a fucking Cold War smut piece, but it was amazing. It was so good.
Yeah. But
yeah, 6.9. It's
6.9.
It's not. It's not great. If you didn't plan on watching it, you don't need to go make plans to watch it.
Well, definitely if you're going to watch the new Jurassic World,
You don't need to make plans to watch it because you can just watch or listen to the 5-6 Kings podcast. We're going to break it down scene for scene, and you'll get the same effect.
That too, yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah. Don't
That's
listen
true.
to Braden. You don't need to watch it. We did it for you. We saved you the hassle of having to watch it.
Because essentially what this movie is to specifically set up for Jurassic World Dominion.
Yeah,
and
we're going to set you up.
But they do that within the first hour of the film, and then the second hour they're like, "What are we gonna do?" And they're like, "Let's make it a horror film."
Yeah. Let's
draw it out.
Let's unnecessarily make it over 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
We could have cut this in 90 minutes and
easily.
God, and had this been a 90-minute movie, I would have been like, all right.
Are
We fucking good. This would have been a good movie.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude,
this,
honestly.
this would have been up there with fucking Jurassic World, maybe up there with Jurassic Park.
Yep.
I'd have been like, yeah, fuck yeah, this was good. Mm-hmm. Instead, they were like, let's just make it long and
Let's draw it
let's
out.
go kind of crazy with the things we decide to have done in this movie.
Which I actually appreciate some of the choices that they end up making.
But the way they did, just like fucking, they kind of built it up. You could tell
It's exactly
and
the
then
way
the
they
guy
expose
just, like,
it.
Vomits it. And you're like,
It-
what?
The exact feel you get is like, I feel like when I exposed myself.
It was just like that.
where it's just like,
It
wait,
was just
what?
like that. It's my uncle, and you're like, wait,
What-
what
what?
did you just say?
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
fucking kidding me right
What?
now?
That's the curve?
Yeah, it felt like that.
Yeah.
Let's talk money.
All right.
Let's talk money. This budget was $120 million.
higher.
$150 million.
A little bit higher.
$175 million?
170.
Jesus.
Right?
This movie made...
I feel like it's a little high.
This movie made $690 million.
Higher.
This movie made $980 million.
Higher.
This movie made $1.3 billion.
Exactly.
Look at that, guys. Jesus Christ, man.
Dude.
It's so much fucking money. And, like, this is why they should not stop at 6.
Dude, no.
They're like the end of the Jurassic era. No.
They make shitty movies like this.
You guys made over $1 billion profit.
What was over the billion would have been enough in any other scenario. Like if they even
they
put
made-
in
they made
$170
$300 million,
and they made
yeah.
$310 million,
Yeah,
you'd
you're
be
like,
like, oh, I
whatever,
doubled
yeah.
my money. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. You're like, fuck yeah, we did it.
Let's
Great.
go.
Everyone's fucking fist pumping. Like, good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
They
They did that plus $1 billion.
and they're like, I think we should only do one more.
Yeah, they're crazy.
They're crazy.
There needs to be a twist in the next one. They're like, we got 3 more movies.
Well, what they're
coming
gonna
out.
do is they're gonna put it like kind of like I feel like the way Star Wars is. I feel like gonna do like it's the end of a. How do they put it?
They're gonna do the like
An
TV
era.
shows where we follow Jeff Goldblum's black daughter around,
100%.
and we're like, yeah, look at her life.
100%. This is
Must have been rough. Her mom left her. Dad's this fucking dinosaur guy.
what do they call it?
She's
It's another word
she's-
for era,
She's got a rough upbringing.
where it's the saga.
The saga continues.
Yeah, so this would be the end of the saga, and then they're going to be like, okay, but here's a new saga.
But her, just her now.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we didn't
Oh,
draw
yeah.
attention, guys.
What up? What up?
What up? What up? T-shirts.
Pretty sick.
I mean, they're not available at 56kings.com yet, but yeah, they probably will be.
we'll probably sell like
You know?
one a month, to keep the demand high.
Yeah, keep them this one, and it's gonna be $1.3 billion.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
And then we're only making 3.
Yeah.
So keep them coming.
Yeah. But it's crazy, man. I mean, they ended up making U.S. and Canada $417 million. Jesus fucking Christ, bro. That means they made. It doesn't even say. Well, doesn't specify. But opening weekend they made almost their entire money back. They made $148 million opening weekend just in U.S. and Canada. They made gross U.S. and Canada $417. That means, dude, that they made almost $1 billion fucking dollars outside of the U.S. and Canada.
Yeah, I mean, most of the world is outside the U.S. and Canada, right?
No, yeah, I know. But like,
It kind of surprises me just how shocked you are every time that because it's every movie.
but you gotta.
It is like even movies like fucking Alpha Dog made more money outside the U.S. and Canada.
Yeah.
Like it's every movie we do.
But what I guess I'm really questioning is the marketing that's being done outside of the States. So like, I'm sure it's probably still fucking huge in China, but you would think it wouldn't be as much or something.
We've got to get off topic here for a second.
Huh?
Winnie the Pooh,
Dude, the fucking murder, fucking bro.
guys. If you aren't familiar, Google Winnie the Pooh, blood and honey.
Is it because I said China that reminded you of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, because of everything with China and the leader over there, people said he looked like Winnie the Pooh, so Disney gave up the rights to Winnie the Pooh out of solidarity with them. So now anyone can use Winnie the Pooh, and some fucking geniuses are making a movie called Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. And there's just like a few screen grabs have been posted online.
Dude.
And it's the most terrifying shit I've ever seen in my life. This person is a fucking genius that's doing this. Like, it's so amazing. Blood and Honey. Such a great name, and it's showing them like they've got like a lady who's hogtied in the middle of the street, and it's Pooh, and I assume
It's
Piglet.
Piglet.
Yeah, it's a big pig with tusks. like it's so fucking great, guys. Google it: Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
The only way that this gets better is if they somehow they make it about them like abducting Jinping or some shit.
No.
You don't know?
No, because I don't want them to make this a political stunt.
Yeah, I guess
I
didn't
want
want to
them just to
Yeah.
make a horror movie where it's Winnie the Pooh, and like I hope he talks like Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he's got to talk like.
I was like, oh, I shouldn't. Oh, just a little, honey.
Just a little, honey.
Like I hope it's all that. I hope it's
just
all
fucking
like the
raging.
same like super nice things that Winnie the Pooh says, and then it's just murdering the fuck out of people, like torturing them.
I want to
stuff.
hear him like in his voice, like just like you could hear the heart rate behind, like just like so sweet, but at the same time so rageful.
And I want no reason behind the kills. I want it just to be Winnie the Pooh is fucking bloodthirsty and killing everything.
Would you like some honey?
Yeah,
Just
like
fucking murdering the shit.
Yes, like that is what this movie needs, and it looks like it's what this fucking movie is.
Yeah.
It looks so crazy.
Yeah,
Guys, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Google it.
hey, dude, like your career is made now. Like that director after this, like he's gonna show how much money he was able to make off of such a ridiculous idea,
Yeah.
and it's just gonna set up the rest of his life.
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, and like I'm glad because like I don't know, I knew they gave up the rights. South Park did a whole thing where Randy murdered Winnie the Pooh.
Fuck yeah,
Like it was great.
great episode.
I never put together like, oh, anyone can make a movie with Winnie the Pooh now.
Yeah, neither did I. So
Yeah, like it's so like I read into it and it's just Winnie the Pooh. So like there's a pig, they can't call it Piglet. And it has to look different than Piglet. They can't have Eeyore in it. They can have a sad donkey, but they can't call him Eeyore. Have it really look like they only gave up the rights to Winnie the Pooh, not the whole Winnie the Pooh franchise, just that character. But like fucking genius.
it's gonna be the most nihilistic, depressing movie ever.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna
It's
be
gonna
great.
be fucking great.
Well, it's gonna be like Eeyore just being like so sad and depressed, and he just like blows himself up with a bomb and everyone else.
I hope they go like ridiculous with the names.
Like all the
I
hopes-
hope it's Or-E and Let Pig.
Yeah,
Like I hope they're just like fuck you.
yeah.
Fuck you, Gitter.
But they're gonna like
Right? Tigger is the name of the...
yeah.
So Gitter.
Get her.
Like I hope it's that.
They're gonna prey though on like the hopes that we had as viewers for those characters is like what I'm getting to though. Like they're gonna use that to their advantage. Like Eeyore being a depressed, sad guy, and he's just gonna be like suicidal, where he also like blows everyone up. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna feel that shit. I feel like I think it's gonna be more clever than just a dude in like a pig costume murdering people.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Because they're the first ones to do it.
Yep.
And like expectations are sky high.
Sky high.
From
Yes.
anyone who saw it. Like this either makes that director's career or it fucking crashes his career.
Because if it's just some dudes in masks and they're just
if it's not that great, then
Yeah.
it's all right. Well, you really you fucking missed. You were the first one to come and do this, and you just completely missed the mark.
Yeah.
And now Disney's like, fuck this guy. like, there's no way Disney's pumped that this guy's doing it. They gave up the fucking trademark, but they weren't like, yeah, now we hope that someone does a murderous Winnie the Pooh movie.
Well, don't you think, though, that it's like it kind of counterfires the way that they release the rights to Winnie the Pooh and then South Park makes the episode they do? Because that draws more attention and everything to it than them being like, no, sorry, but we're just going to keep Winnie the Pooh and kind of keep it hush-hush. No, they release it, and then South Park just makes a mockery of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Absolutely it did.
Do you think they're just pissed off, like the executives at Disney?
I don't think they care that much. Like, when it's...
they went through the
guys. Disney's gonna be all right.
No, yeah.
Like,
but just the fact that they went through the trouble.
Winnie the Pooh wasn't gonna make or break that company.
No, yeah, 100%.
But I'm sure they're not stoked. Like they're not like, oh great, South Park's doing the thing where Mickey made Randy go strangle Winnie the Pooh to death, and now this movie's like. Yeah. They're not like, we're gonna fucking ruin that guy, but like that guy needs to have a great movie. Otherwise, he annoyed Disney to the point where Disney's like, all right, I mean, if we can get in the way of this guy doing shit, we will.
Yeah.
So like, he has to crush it.
Yeah.
To where people are like, yeah, we don't care. It was great.
Pressure's on now, director.
Yeah.
You're listening in.
Go get him, baby.
Yeah.
We
believe in you.
Let's talk awards.
Oh,
they get a lot of awards for this?
Awards, you say? They had,
I do say.
Yes. They had 4 wins and 26 nominations.
Great. Any awesome nominations?
Not really. I mean, there's a couple, like Teen Choice Awards and the Academy of Science Fiction.
You love the teens,
I
don't
do.
you, baby? There's a couple. You know, like the Teen Choice Awards. What'd they win?
So they won the Kids' Choice Award for favorite butt kicker, Chris Pratt.
I mean,
what a fucking category,
guys! Like you from the first one, you remember how cool Chris Pratt is. He's just as cool.
Dude, there is a scene, David, and there's no way I'm not gonna remember when we get to that scene. This is the epitome of this award.
Is it how they introduce him?
No,
because guys, I'll spoil it now. They introduce him. He's just building a house somewhere. he's fucking up on a ladder. He's building, and it's where he's gonna live.
Yeah,
this is his. There's a bunch of lumber that he cut. He didn't go buy it somewhere. You see that he cut it down, and he's just building a house.
Yeah.
That is how they introduce him. It's like in Game of Thrones when they introduced Tywin Lannister, and he's just skinning a deer and, ripping out the guts and stuff. And you're like, oh, this guy's going to be sick.
Yeah.
This is how he's just talking and skinning a deer.
Yeah.
This is how they're introducing him. Great. It was just like that.
Yeah. Can you imagine just by yourself in the middle of nowhere? Where the fuck was he sleeping?
In his fucking car.
Yeah, probably.
Sleeps.
It would take months.
Sleeps in the car and then wakes up, gets back to work.
It would take months with a full crew of people, bro. It's crazy.
Also, it was a massive house he was building. It was so fucking big.
2-story.
He wasn't like, I just need something modest. He was like, I need a fucking mansion out here in the woods. Mm-hmm. I'm going to build it by hand.
I'm going to have an entire family tree in this house.
Yeah. What else they won?
They won the Golden Trailer Award for Best Action TV Spot, Universal Pictures.
Action TV spot?
I don't get what the fuck that means.
Me neither.
Best Action TV Spot.
Huh. What else they got nominated for in the Golden Trailer?
They got nominated for Best Action Poster.
All right. Sure,
the poster was kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. It was when they were fleeing the island.
Okay.
And it's like, shit's going crazy. I did like the poster. So good for them. But they...
I appreciate you not lying.
David, one thing I can't do is lie, all right?
I think you passed another winner.
No, that was that was the Kids' Choice.
It's Kids' Choice.
Yeah, but now we're on the Teen Choice.
What'd they win?
They won 2.
Of course they did.
Of course.
Of course.
They won for Choice Summer Movie Star Male, Chris Pratt, and Choice Summer Movie Star Female, Bryce Dallas Howard.
What the teens loved this movie.
I bet they got
this
slimed.
movie made the teens go wild. That's kids.
That's kids, yeah.
Teen Choice Award, I believe the trophy is big surfboard.
Yep.
Because teens love surfing.
They fucking love it.
Kids love blimps. Teens love surfing. Am I right?
Sure.
Can we agree on that?
Yep. Other than that, I mean, they were nominated for the Razzie Awards, the People's Choice Awards.
What Razzie did they get nominated for?
They were Worst Supporting Actor, Justice Smith. That's
Which one was Justice Smith?
I think he was the nerdy kid.
I mean, I kind of hated him. Franklin.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I kind of really fucking hated Franklin.
I thought he was good. I felt like acting-wise.
The actor might have been fine. I hated that character.
Yeah, I didn't like the character.
Yeah.
The character's annoying.
Yeah, and I think
But, like, I felt like he played it the way that they wanted him to play it, you know?
Yeah, more than like they were going for that, and he did what he was asked to do.
Yeah. But...
That character sucked.
but yeah, the characters suck. They don't lie. But yeah, those were the awards.
There we go.
Yeah.
Guys, that's the intro, baby.
Not really any crazy awards, so kind of speaks volumes to the 6.1 that they were getting, and the 3 out of 5, and the 47%.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah.
It's not great. You guys know what else isn't great? Subway sandwich shop.
Dude.
Fucking suck.
I haven't had one.
Their bread,
it's like soggy.
their bread can't be called bread.
Oh, David, please.
Yeah, there's like too much sugar. The Irish, which fucking maybe the most unhealthy people, the Irish, and they were like, this bread cannot be called bread. Get the fuck out of our face. This isn't bread. It's all sugar.
I kid you not. Their bread is banned in like multiple countries.
Yeah.
Because of certain
As
chemicals.
it should be.
As it should be.
Their bread and Derek Jeter should be banned in all countries.
All countries.
Guys, stick around. Go get yourself a decent sandwich. Go to King Subs in North Palm Beach, Florida. Tell them the 5-6 King sent you. Get yourself something decent to eat. We'll be right back. And we're back. We're back. Hey, Derek Jeter. Fuck you.
God damn it.
So the movie opens underwater. And there's these two guys during one of those things. And Braden, what did I think of when I saw this thing?
Goldfish? No?
His name is James Cameron, the bravest pioneer. No budge too steep, no seat too deep. Who's that? It's him, James Cameron. That is exactly what I thought.
That is amazing, because I actually did not think that. And now that you say that, so
it's
perfect.
the SS James Cameron. It's
That's
the thing he
so
was in.
perfect.
Yeah.
And the guy in it is just as arrogant as James Cameron.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Oh, yeah. It's two guys. We see above the surface, it's storming like a motherfucker. And
Yeah.
it says Isla Nublar, 120 miles
From
fucking
Costa
west
Rica.
of Costa Rica. For some reason, they feel the need to say all of that every time we've ever seen this island.
Yeah.
So there you go.
In the background, you obviously see what was Jurassic World.
Jurassic World, Jurassic Park.
Yep.
And the one dude's nervous as fuck. And the other guy's like, hey, relax, all right? If there's anything in here, we'd be dead already. Because we see they went through, there's like an underwater gate that opened to let them in. And they're in where that the swimming dinosaur thing. Well,
Yeah.
do you remember what it was called? Colossosaurus? Colossosaurus?
I think so.
It was something. It's Colossosaurus. We're
It's
just gonna go with that.
Colossosaurus, yeah.
The swimming dinosaur from the first one, the huge fucking crazy thing.
The biggest one.
Yeah, that one. And they're in there. And they're going around, and they find on the bottom the Indominus Rex skeleton. Because the Colossosaurus fucking ate the Indominus Rex. And they were like, oh, there's a skeleton. So they go down, and they have like a saw
It's like a drill
thing.
thing.
It was crazy. They saw off a piece, and they have a little underwater parachute to float it up so it can go up to the surface.
It's got a little red light that's blinking on it.
And it's going up, and then it blinks, and it looks like it's in the Colossosaurus' stomach.
Well, what we see is like a silhouette of like the Colossosaurus.
Yeah. But like so from the vantage point, I thought, I was like, oh, he ate it? I was like, why'd he eat the bone? But he didn't, because they have the bone.
Well, the way I saw it was like it's floating up towards Colossosaurus, like it's as if it's above them. But then I'm like, well, it's not going to go all the way to the top, but it does.
It does. They're
Yeah.
like, we did it.
We did it.
It's up there.
Yeah, and
Get it? And they're like, all right.
There's
sick.
guys on a helicopter, and they're like, all right, we got it.
Yeah.
They don't really
There's,
show that they got it, but they
There's
say
a guy on a radio who looks at he's at like power panels, and he has a tablet, and he's like, I got signal with you guys.
he was one that opened the gate for them to go through.
Okay, that was the power panel.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, get the fuck out of there so I can close the gate. And then he loses signal. He's like, guys, I'm going to close this gate. You need to get the fuck out of there. We see rustling in the bushes, like things are moving. And the guys in the helicopter are like, oh, that's not good.
That's not fucking good.
And they're screaming at the guy, like, get the fuck out of there. He's like, I can't hear you. They're like, get the fuck out of there. And he's like, no, I lost the signal with them. Like, he's confused. He's like, no, they're not out yet. I lost the signal, so I can't, I don't want to close them in. Like that, like he's confused and he thinks they don't get what's going on.
Yeah.
And then he turns and the fucking T-Rex is there. And he's like,
Yeah.
oh, shit, it's a T-Rex.
And I gotta say, up to that point, that was the best T-Rex roar we've gotten. I think.
I don't know.
It just looked so good. Even the tongue was rattling and shit.
Yeah, but I love
You love the actual big animatronic?
the first one
Yeah.
where it's
The big.
when dinosaurs rule the world falling and
Oh,
he fucking
yeah.
roars.
That's a
like
good one.
that. Or
That's
in
a
the
really good
last one when he's out. I love when the T-Rex is out and like a fuck. It's like center frame and it's like fucking running the shit. Like I like it when it's that with the T-Rex.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Like a victory roar. I'm all for it with the T-Rex. Like the last one, he like went to the helicopter pad, just scanned over the park and did a big roar.
Yeah, that was good too.
Like
yeah.
that. Those are the ones I like.
Yeah.
This roar, just speaking strictly, strictly roar speaking, this might have been the best.
Yeah,
But I think everything attached to the roar
I
is
agree
what
with
I
you.
look for.
I do agree with you on that.
But speaking strictly in terms of roar, this could have been the best roar.
Could have been.
Could have been. Should have been. Would have been different if I know now what I never knew then.
God damn.
Could have been, should have been, would have been different. Could have been. Dun, dun, bum, bum, bum. I think that's Catch-22 after they broke up and did. Yeah, because I think that's about the guys in Streetlight Manifesto. That's what it is. The Catch-22 song after Catch-22 broke up and some of them went and started Streetlight Manifesto, which far superior band. Streetlight Manifesto.
There you go.
Far superior. I like Catch-22 and all, but far superior Streetlight Manifesto.
Ooh, that must hurt.
And they made like a couple songs where like, yeah, fuck you guys, Streetlight Manifesto.
Kind of like when South Park made the episode about Chef leaving.
No.
No.
Oh. Yeah.
All right.
So he runs from the T-Rex, and he lost signal with the guys because they got eaten by the Colossosaurus.
So yeah, they're
That's
like,
kind
all
of, that's kind of important, huh?
Yeah.
I probably needed to say
I
that.
was just about to say. I was like, David, I think you missed a little part. But what you see though is they're like, all right, yeah, we're coming up. And the moment that they say that, they start to like kind of back up and they turn off these two front lights that were helping show like the carcass, the dead fucking the bones, and we see then the silhouette directly behind him, and it's coming in, and you just see the big Colossosaurus mouth open, and then they just cut to a view above the water in the storm, and you just see the light from underwater just go off.
It was well shot.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I was a big fan of that.
Yeah.
So this guy runs. He like pushes the thing. He's like, I gotta close that gate. Close it. Fuck it. All bets are off. And he pushes the thing to close the gate. And he runs and he drops the tablet. And the T-Rex steps on the tablet as it walks by, which stops the gate from closing.
Which is so shitty, bro. Like,
Yeah,
this-
like they should have just had him not close the gate.
yeah.
They should have just had him like, oh shit, and like run and maybe drop the tablet. Sure.
Yeah.
But
As if, like,
have it be closing and the T-Rex steps on it and then it stops. You're
like that's not
all
the
right.
way that like screens work. If
I
it's-
don't think that's how gates work either.
Yeah, exactly.
He's running from it. It's the T-Rex is chasing him. The helicopter's like, fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And then they drop a
huge-
ladder from the go, and he
Yeah.
starts climbing up, and they get over the water, and the T-Rex grabs the bottom of the ladder and is like shaking him. The pilot is screaming. He's like, fucking cut him loose. Cut him the fuck loose. We all got time for this shit. Cut it loose. And the guy's like, no. He's getting up. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Cut
We're
it
gonna
loose.
stall. We're gonna stall.
And then the T-Rex rips off just the bottom half of the ladder. So the guy's safe.
Yeah.
He's over the water, and he's going, and,
and
they all laugh. They're
cheering.
like, oh, we
Yeah!
did it! Yeah! And then the water dinosaur just jumps up and eats the guy.
Yeah. Dude,
It's so great.
It was a great beginning to the movie.
Yeah. They fly away, and they radio in. They say, tell them we secured the Indominus skeleton. Like,
Yeah.
we got. So they have the DNA for the Indominus Rex. That's
Yeah.
what that mission was. And we see, because the gate's open, we see the water dinosaur swim out the gate and into open ocean, into the fucking Pacific Ocean. And we're like, oh man, here we go. Pacific Ocean crawling with orca whales. I mean, they ain't the apex predator no more.
Well, that's
Ocean's got a new apex.
I actually never thought about. Yeah, there we go. But what do you think? 10 orcas or Colossosaurus?
I mean, this thing's not fucking real, so like,
but like
I don't know. I'd like to think the orcas would win.
I think
There's
10
of
orcas.
them. Yeah,
10.
orcas are fucking smart.
Huge,
you
too.
see them bringing down big whales.
fast.
Yeah, but they're smart enough to where they're not like when they hunt, they kill the baby and just separate the mom.
Dude, they're crazy.
And then they're like, we'll eat the baby gray whale. Like, we'll drown it, we'll kill it, and the mom's going to be like, all right, well, I'm not going to stay here and guard a dead body. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Mom will leave because they're like, Mom might kill one or two of us.
Yeah.
We'll probably win, but Mom will fuck us up. Let's just kill and eat the baby.
So easy.
Dude, and, like, that's... If we ever got into the food chain, like, I'm eating babies. Are you kidding me?
I mean, every animal does it.
Like the 5-6, because without a doubt, the 5-6 Kings would then become a fucking unit. The four of us would be hunting together. And, like, we're not going to go fight a grown woman. We're not going to fight a grown woman when we can just kill her baby and eat it.
Grown, strong woman, David.
Or weak woman. Regardless, we're eating the baby. All right?
Think about how Nah, fuck. God damn it. Let's stop myself.
No, you're not... Dude, so, like, that's worse. That's worse than you saying whatever you were going to say.
I was going to say it's so healthy. Trying to make a joke to... It's just not. It's just so fucked up. Can't do it. Just can't do it, David.
I insist that you make this joke now.
I was saying it's so healthy to eat babies.
I mean, I assume it would be. That's where you draw the line?
Yes.
I said the four of us would separate a mom from her child and eat it, and you think that you saying I can't say it, it's so bad. It's not bad. All right? This is what we make jokes on here. Have you been on our website? It says 5-6 Kings Comedy Podcast. Just make your jokes.
Okay.
Just make your jokes, Mr. Joke Man. All right? The whole bag wasn't that bad. You've said things way worse than that on accident on here. Like,
Did I?
for sure you have. Just fucking stick with it. We're watching BBC World News. There's a volcano on Jurassic Park, Island Nublar. There's a volcano there. It's going to kill all the dinosaurs. Big debate. Do we save the dinosaurs? Do we let them die? They said Masrani had to pay over $800 million in class action lawsuits, which is bananas.
I almost thought it would have been more. I mean, how many people were there? How many people got injured? Fuck. Sure, everyone's suing.
I mean,
There's people died.
So there was like 10,000 people there.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
So do you have a calculator on there? I got it on here.
Oh, okay. But yeah, obviously some payouts are going to be different than others depending on like how bad the damages are. But I'm sure there were multiple people that probably died. At least one, Bryce Dallas Howard's assistant.
I mean, it's $80,000 per person if all 10,000 of them got the same. That's plenty.
You think that's plenty? Yeah. I'd be going for more if I was in that situation.
Yeah, and you'd be the asshole who was dragging the class action out years and years, and you'd be like, no, we need more. We need more. People would be like, sir, I'm 70 years old. I'm not going to live to see this money if you keep dragging this out. You're like, that's your fault. That's your fault. We need more. 80,000 is plenty.
There you go.
To go, because most people didn't get, like, injured. You either died or the people looked fine. They're sitting there like, my arm hurts. Let's get some money.
Well, that's just because that PG-13 rating. In reality, they would have been fucking like armless, pecked out eyes.
In
shit.
reality, the pterodactyls never would have just left.
People would have been like holding
Pterodactyls
their
were just gone. They would have fucking stayed until all of them were dead.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
So they're talking about the big debate. Should we do this? And then we see Jeff Goldblum is appearing in front of Senate, and he says, I think we should allow our magnificent and glorious dinosaurs to be taken out by the volcano.
No, like you think this is like an act of
God?
God?
Great. He's like, God's got nothing to do with it. They fucking built these things. These things are unnatural. We need to let them die. And I was like, here we go, Jeff Goldblum. This is Jeff Goldblum I know and love.
Yeah.
It's the guy from 1 and 2 who's like, fucking kill them all.
Yes. And then some people were like screaming in the courtroom
like,
behind
murderer.
him. Murderer. He's like, as sad as that would be.
I don't have it. You fuck. I was moving on. I was done with Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, well, yeah. But that, basically, like, as sad as that would be, they should die.
Yeah, he's like, fucking, we don't need dinosaurs.
Yeah.
He's like, they were wiped out 1 million years ago. Why'd we bring them back?
Yeah.
I was against bringing them back. I think we let them get wiped out again.
It's like the moment since we ever first created one, this is almost inevitable. And here we are having almost some like magical circumstance happen where our wrong decisions are made right.
It's Jeff Goldblum doing Jeff Goldblum shit. He
Yeah.
wants the dinosaurs to die. He's been against this from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce Dallas Howard walks into some room where a bunch of people are on the phone, and she has a hot chick with glasses who says she's a paleontologist, veterinarian. And she's like, yes, that is a real thing. No, I've never seen a dinosaur in real life. Not everyone can afford to use their life savings to go see dinosaurs. And
I already hate this girl.
Yeah. And also, she's a dinosaur doctor who's never seen dinosaurs?
How the fuck?
Why is that a thing? That
Yeah.
shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah.
Like-
Well, how can you become that, unless you're able to operate?
Yeah. Bryce Dallas Howard grabs the phone and she talks to it. It's Senator Delgado. It's Carlos Delgado's sister. And she's like, yeah, this is the Dinosaur Protection Group. We're calling everyone. We want to get this shit federally funded. Blah, blah, blah. Hot glasses and this black dude on the team, Franklin. He's like a nerdy black dude. They have a chemistry where they just kind of shit talk each other. And she's like way out of Franklin's league, so she's like meaner to Franklin than he is to her. It's
really
a fun thing
don't
they do.
like her though from this first interaction.
I love her.
I bet you
I
do.
love her. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Braden's just like guys, most disappointing. You can go vote now. Braden's constant racist and misogynistic tendencies. Bryce Dallas Howard, she gets a meeting with the senator because she's like, "Do you have kids? Well, your kids grew up in a world where dinosaurs existed, and now they're gonna die, Senator." And she's like, "All right, set up a meeting with my office. Let's talk." And then MSNBC shows that the Senate's like, "We're just gonna let the volcano do what it does." They're like, "This is privately owned. It'd be crazy for us to go in and move all the dinosaurs. Like, that's private land. This was a private function. They need to stay there and die when the volcano erupts."
Ooh, look at that.
Look at that. When the volcano erupts, they need to stay there and die. Bryce Dallas Howard is sad. Then she gets a call from Benjamin Lockwood's estate, and she's happy.
Yeah.
So
Why?
So she goes to the Lockwood estate. It's a mansion in Northern California, and she's early, and the lady at the door is like, "I'll go get Mr. Mills." And then Mr. Mills is DC Andy Cartwright from the movie Hot Fuzz.
Look at that.
He's one of there's two Andys, and they're both detectives in the movie Hot Fuzz, and they're great. Andy has my favorite line in the movie. They're talking to Sergeant Nick Angel about how he's like, "Oh, you came from London. You think that's so crazy being the big city. Everyone and their mums is packing around here." And then he says, "Oh, yeah, like who?" And the other Andy goes, "Farmers." And he says, "Who else?" And he looks, he goes, "Farmers' moms." It's such a fucking dumb line, and I laugh every time I watch that movie, and that line comes up. He's like, "You stumped me. Farmers' moms." It's just so great. That guy is in this movie. I've seen that movie twice, and it was like fucking 15 years apart. I recognized him immediately from the movie Hot Fuzz.
Wow.
Bryce Dallas Howard remembers meeting this guy, and he remembers her, and blah, blah, blah. He goes to a room with a bunch of fossils, right where Hammond and Lockwood they first extracted dinosaur DNA. Right here. Right in this room.
Right
this
under
is
our
where
feet.
it first happened. Here's the thing. You're probably like, who the fuck's Lockwood? Why have we never heard this name? Did we miss it? Was he in the other movie and I just blocked this out? No. This guy has not existed in the Jurassic World until this moment. And they act as like I was convinced. I was like, "Oh, I missed a major plot point." Hammond, this guy was Hammond's partner from the beginning. They're billing him as. I was like, "Oh, so this guy obviously existed. I just fucking missed it." No, I did plenty of Googling. He did not exist until this movie. They're like, "Oh yeah, Hammond had a partner the whole time." that guy's gonna be a big deal in this movie. You're like, what? Yeah, it's fucking lazy. It's just fucking write in new characters. Have it be this guy fucking bought the rights to the island.
Yeah.
Done. You don't have to have the old guy who's like, I did this with him and this was my dream. Didn't need to be a part of this.
Yeah, I wish it would have at least been like, if that was the case, like someone from Hammond's family or something, you know? Like, I feel like it makes a little bit more
he had
sense
fucking
than just...
grandkids in the first movie.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been the best right there. Bring the grandchildren.
They say hi to fucking what's his name?
Yep.
Jeff Goldblum in the second one, and then they don't exist again. Maybe they'll be in the last movie. But I like
it would have been a perfect time to make them be.
Yeah, have Jeff Goldblum's black daughter be running shit now.
Yeah.
Whoever.
Yeah. It's so funny because when you see him, you make yourself want to believe that you've seen him already before.
I was positive I just missed it. I was like, so there's no way he just had this guy who was his partner the whole time, and even Masrani owned the park in the last one, and this guy was not a fucking factor. Like, there's no way this guy didn't get brought up, and now because their plan, they want to go get the dinosaurs and put them on they have this new island that's fucking, he's like, we're just going to let them roam free. We're going to let it be Dinosaur Island, no fences, no none of that. They just have their own island. Like, that's the plan. So this guy owns the park.
Yeah.
He owns the rights to it. Like,
it's crazy. He is the biggest contributor to Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, and we're just hearing about him.
It's fucking bananas.
Yeah.
Fucking bananas.
Crazy.
And people might be like, well, with the actor who played John Hammond, because this should have been John Hammond's role. He died after they filmed the first Jurassic World, and in the first Jurassic World, Masrani refers to him as the late great John Hammond. So John Hammond was dead in the world of Jurassic Park. Or Jurassic World.
Well, and that's another point, too. Why was he the main one in charge when we have Brentwood, or whatever the fuck his name is now? Not Brentwood, what the fuck's his name?
I think they just planned on Masrani being in charge, and then for the second movie, we're like, we want to go this route. I don't know. Just Hammond had a partner this whole time.
Fuck it.
Like, fuck it. Like, what?
Fuck it.
Whatever.
Fuck it.
Just throw it in there. So
yeah,
DC Andy Cartwright is showing her the display of what the island's gonna look like, and then fucking Brentwood or whatever his name is rolls in on a wheelchair, and he's the warden from Adam Sandler's The Longest Yard movie.
Boom.
Familiar?
Oh,
it's Warden, and he's like, yeah, it's Hammond's dream. No fences, no cages, no tourists. We're just going to be fucking shit up, you know? And there's a little girl up, there's a balcony. Not a balcony, just like a walkway.
Yeah.
There's another floor ahead, and there's a hallway.
It's like a museum/library that they're standing in.
And she, a little girl runs, and Bryce Dallas Howard looks like, is that little girl real? What the fuck just happened? Like,
yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, don't fucking worry about that, all right? And this guy has Hammond's cane from the first one with the fucking
mosquito
in it.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, and he's talking about how, oh man, we were some way we went off track from each other.
We were just
he was
young
my partner,
and
yeah, and full of cum. And he's like, we just fucking it's like he's talking. It's like he's fucking Bill Gates' partner, and they started Microsoft. Like that's what they want you to feel like. Man, we were just kids trying this crazy thing.
We just had big dreams,
and then we fucking veered off in different directions. We didn't see eye to eye, and then he looks at her very seriously and says, "But sometimes life teaches us some very hard lessons, right, Bryce Dallas Howard?" And she's like, "Yeah."
And then he gets a hard on.
Like he's mad at her. He says it, and she's like, yeah, it does. It sure does. And then the fucking old lady walks in, and she's like, Warden? And he's like, gotta go take the medicines. All right, well, he'll take care of you. And then he leaves.
It is,
He leaves, like, DC Andy Cartwright's got you. I gotta go do the medicine. Because I'm in a wheelchair. You see, I take lots of medicine because I'm in a wheelchair.
Yeah, and it's like, now that I think back to it, I feel like there's just almost not that that's too much, but the fact that he's so old and then he has to get someone else who has to help him be in charge, it's almost too much.
The fact that he invited her to his home and was in there this all took place. He was in that room for under a minute.
Yeah.
and then leaves to go take his medicine. Like that's
Flown
that's
her out there.
bananas.
Yeah.
Bananas. Immediately, once he leaves, Bryce Dallas Howard goes, "Hey, was there a little girl up there? What the hell was that?"
Yeah.
And he's
like
like,
that's
yeah.
her biggest concern too.
Immediately, she's like, "The fuck?" We're like, she's like, "I am positive I saw a little girl. What the fuck?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's his granddaughter. His daughter died in a car accident, and he's very close with the granddaughter. Very close. I swear to God, he says it twice." You're like, ooh, what does that mean?
What the fuck are they insinuating?
So they're talking, and DC Andy Cartwright says, we can save 11 species for sure. We need you to come. We need your handprint to get into shit, but also, like...
And she's like, oh, really? 11 species? Oh, my God, this is crazy.
Yeah, and he's like, they have, like, a thing, and he's like, we can save at least 11 different species, and then we put them on the island, and they can fucking reproduce. Like, we can keep them going.
And what he does so good is he makes it seem to Bryce Dallas that he actually, like, over the top needs her. He gets all the way to Blue, and he's like, now, what I need from you, Bryce Dallas Howard, is you. I need you. Just like so passionate.
I need you to get Chris Pratt to come so we can get Blue.
Well, yeah, that's
that is his, like, he butters her up, and then the bottom line was, I need your hand to get into the thing, and I need Chris Pratt to get the raptor.
Exactly, but he starts it off being like, I need you.
Yeah. So
and then it's like very simple
she now goes. She's like, yeah, I'm in, and she goes to Chris Pratt, and he's building a house.
Just
building the house and singing to himself and fucking hammering shit.
It's the manliest
They
man.
were like, remember how manly we made him in the first one? Let's do that again.
Yeah.
Like, everyone loved that, and they fucking did. Everyone fucking did. Everyone's like, yeah, he's the fucking man. Guarantee you he's going to be that manly in the next one. That's just what they're going to do.
Cowboy boots on, denim fucking pants.
Bryce Dallas Howard's like, can I buy you a beer? And he's like, you bring some or we got to go somewhere? And then we're in a bar, and Bryce Dallas Howard is laughing hysterically, and she's like, you think you left me? Are you fucking kidding me? And he's like, well, play it through in your head. You said, if you want to go live in a van down by the river and build some fucking house in the woods and be all crazy and shit, you do it without me. So I did. And, like, they're both right.
Yeah.
Whatever. She was like, I'm not going along with you in this shit. You pick that or me, and he picked that.
Yeah, so, like, technically,
she gave him an ultimatum.
Yeah, Chris Pratt is still right, though.
Yeah.
Like,
he's definitely not wrong.
Yeah.
He's then like, yeah, new boyfriend. What is he? You got good skin. You a dermatologist. You this, you that. He's just showing how fucking charming he is. Mm-hmm. And then Bryce Dallas Howard's like, I don't know. I'm going to the island tomorrow. He's like, that's a bad idea. And she's like, Blue's on the island. You just gonna let Blue die? And he says,
yeah.
Well, yeah. Just like that.
Yeah.
Just like that. And she's like, all right, well, there's a charter plane leaving tomorrow. You're on the manifest. Just thought you should know. And then she leaves.
He's like, God damn it.
Yeah. Chris Pratt goes home and watches videos of himself feeding baby raptors and Blue and like what. It's to remind us all of what their connection is and how much he fucking cares about it, and he raised it as a child.
Blue is so fucking cute as a baby.
Oh, it was great. It made me want a baby raptor.
Me too.
Really bad. And then, like, once they're grown, like, I don't want to deal with a fucking raptor. I want to kill it. But,
it was so
but
cute.
for like a year, and then you just...
Yeah, exactly.
We're at the charter flight, and the interracial kids, they're having fun banter together. And they walk on the plane, and Chris Pratt's just there. He's just sitting on the plane, and like, hey, he's like, I'm fucking ready to go. Wait for you guys. Like,
God damn, you guys took
just,
a while.
Just like, because it could have been cool, and he just pulls up, and he's like, I'm in. But instead, they were like, no, we need to show that not only is he really cool, he's better than everyone else. He's going to be on the plane first, and they're going to be like, oh, shit. Fucking Franklin is, like, freaking out. And Chris Pratt goes, not a big plane guy, huh? And he goes, would you ride a fucking 10,000-pound horse that's been abused its whole life? And Chris Pratt says, I rode my motorcycle through the woods in the middle of a pack of raptors.
Through the jungle.
And Franklin goes, we're not compatible. We're very different people, you and I. Like, that is the only line that Franklin said, and I was like, I kind of like that. After that, he's just annoying and sucks. And he even said it annoyingly, but I like the line, like Chris Pratt saying, like, I rode motorcycle with the Raptors through the woods.
Well.
And he's just like, we're fucking different people, man.
Yeah.
All right, just stop all that shit. Like, that is
You're
that is
a man.
nonsense you just said to me.
And I'm a boy.
Yeah, like just stop it. The housekeeper nurse lady is looking for the little girl, and she's like going through the house. She's screaming. She's like, little girl, I have candies. And the little girl like pops out and scares her, and she's like, ah! And she's like, you need to go see your grandpa, and after that you'll take a bath. And she says, I don't want to take a bath. And she says, the Queen's English, my love. Bath. Not bath.
Bath.
You take a bath. Didn't need to be in the movie, but I liked it.
I did too.
Yeah. She goes in and sees her grandpa, who's the warden, and he's like sick in bed. And she's like, did my mother ever visit the park? And he goes, she did. Once. And she goes, do I look like her? And he's like, oh, you're her mirror image. And you're like, oh, that's nice.
That's sweet.
That's nice. I don't remember there being anything super important in this conversation.
Nope.
Other than, like, why did he need her?
Well, and another thing she tried to do is steal, because he was like sleeping when she first walked in. She tried to
way later.
Oh,
For sure.
Oh,
way
okay,
later.
okay. Yeah.
This girl's a piece of shit. She tried stealing money from her grandpa, which she was like, hey, grandpa, will you buy me? Like, he was going to say yes. It's fucking crazy. We're back at the park. There's like 1 billion people, and it looks like a military camp. And guess who greets them? The guy who voiced Rusty Nails in the movie Joyride with Paul Walker and Steve Zahn.
Oh, my
He's
God.
like, hey, welcome to Jurassic Park.
Candy cane.
Candy cane.
Be great. Mid-flight. Candy
cane. And Pratt immediately has a weird feeling about him. And just everything. He's like, this isn't going to be good.
Yeah.
Franklin yells. Like I'm not exaggerating. He screams. It's hot. Like the temperature. It's hot on the because there's a fucking erupting volcano, and it's a fucking island in Costa Rica. Like, it's hot, but he obnoxiously screams it.
Yeah, and he's also wearing fucking jeans and like a long sleeve shirt in the woods.
Sucks. He fucking sucks. Chris Pratt then looks up at the volcano and says, "It's about to get a lot hotter." I forgot how shitty all of his little one-liner, corny ass lines were. That's the first big one. And
I would say half of them work, a quarter of them are good, and then the other half are just like don't work at all.
None of them are good. I'd say they all apply to what's happening.
Okay.
None of them are good. None of them he said, and I'm like, oh, that's a good line.
What about the
whatever it is?
Motorcycle through the jungle with the raptors.
Yeah, but that wasn't like that corny of a line. That was a "fuck you, you little bitch" line. And I was like, oh, that was rough. But it's not his corny. It's about to be a lot hotter.
No,
like that's what I'm talking. Like those are his corny lines.
Yeah.
Franklin's doing bug spray all over himself.
I actually
and
like that.
He's
I thought
like,
it was funny.
he's like, bug spray? Bug spray anyone? And no one accepts. And he goes, so T-Rex is fucking dead, right? And like, we don't know. It's lifespan, blah, 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 this and that.
Oh,
and
no, she was a smart-ass little...
She explains the whole thing, and he goes, yeah, so it's dead. And then no one really answers. And
I actually like that.
They're driving through the park, and the park is destroyed. Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville is destroyed.
Dude.
The sign's down. And Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard are just looking out, and Rusty Nails goes, bad memories, huh? And Chris Pratt says, not all of them. We then hear some big booms, and the fucking hot chick with glasses is
There's
like,
no way she's
like,
be able to do
I
this.
gotta get out, I gotta see this. And like opens it, you're like, what? Come on. Rusty Nails is running out. He's like, you can't be doing this. And then it turns out it's just a long neck, so whatever.
Yeah.
And it does very quietly. Do 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 do.
God damn.
And we
nice.
fucking nailed that.
Yeah.
We're at the place in the fucking mountain that they're trying to go into, and Franklin like can't get in with the codes and stuff. And Rusty Nail goes, "We gotta hurry here, Tiger." And then Franklin gets it open, and he goes, "After you, Tiger."
Yeah.
Rusty Nails They have everything up, whatever. They scan the park, and they're like, oh, there's a bunch of them congregating here. And Rusty Nail's like, we got them on the boat already. It's the big herbivores. They're easy to get. And you're like, okay.
All right.
They find where Blue is. Chris Pratt's gonna go get Blue, obviously.
They scanned her hand.
Yeah, to get it open. They scanned her, yeah.
And that's her big part right
there. They sure did, yeah. That's why she's there. She's there for the hand. And Chris Pratt's going to go. The hot chick's like, I'm going to go too. She might be hurt or something. She's a veterinarian. And Rusty Nail's like, I don't know if you should be going. It could get dangerous out there. And she's like, these fucking, like, you might kill it with these. I need to be there to make sure it's okay. And also, like, I'll be fine, all right? That's fucking, don't talk to me like I'm a child.
Yeah.
That fucking condescending tone. Oh, miss, you don't want to get your pretty dress wet. Like, she's like, fuck you, all right?
And then she immediately condescends like one of the soldiers.
No, Chris Pratt.
Oh, was it Chris Pratt?
She says, all right, let's go, Beefcake.
I thought she said it to one of the soldiers.
Nah, she says to Chris Pratt,
That's
let's go, Beefcake.
That's so funny.
And Bryce Dallas Howard goes, hey, Chris Pratt, be careful, okay?
Oh, I love this.
And he goes, if I don't make it back, just remember, you're the one that made me come. And then he leaves. He's like, I'll be fine. Chris Pratt, Rusty Nails, and Hot Glasses, they're in the back of a truck going, and Chris Pratt's like, we're never going to get close to her with this loud fucking truck. Let's stop here. We'll go on foot. So he gets out. Rusty Nails says, I got your back, brother.
Yeah.
And he's out on foot. We see pterodactyls flying. We see a flipped over Jurassic Park truck, like the original Jeeps. We see it flipped over. And the little baby dinosaurs, but I think they're full grown. I think that's as big as they get. The little ones that run around all over the place. They killed the guy in the Lost World.
Yep.
They run out, and then Blue jumps out behind him. Chris Pratt's like, oh, there's my girl. Hey. And he pulls out a little thing. He's like, ready? You hungry? Hey, it's food. And he throws it at her, just hits her in the face. She didn't go for it, and then she growls at him. She's like, the fuck was that? And he's like, all right. He's doing the click thing, and he's like, hey, come on, you know me, Blue. And Blue's like calming down, getting close to him, and fucking dart.
Dude.
Shoot her with a dart, and she's like, what the fuck? And she's going crazy. Chris Pratt's like, the fuck are you guys doing? I said, wait for my signal. And it's going crazy. And he's like, everyone stand down. And Blue sees behind Chris Pratt a guy with a gun who is not standing down. And Blue's like, all right, fuck it.
I'm going to fuck him up.
And she goes, and she's fucking him up. And the guy pulls out a fucking pistol to save his life in this scenario.
Yeah.
And Rusty Nail goes, don't you dare shoot it. But like,
what the fuck else were you guys
is the guy going to be like, oh, you're right. This is a raptor, sir. This is a raptor. I can't fist fight it. You guys aren't shooting it with the darts to get it off.
Its claws are like fucking a foot.
It has my face pinned down with its fucking claw-covered hand, and it shoots Blue.
Yeah,
because he fucking had to. He was about to die, and they were doing nothing to save this guy.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "This is fucking survival," and he shoots the thing, and it goes down. Chris Pratt is pissed. He goes to fight Rusty Nail. Rusty Nail just boom, boop, darts him in the chest. And then Chris Pratt is like getting wobbly, and Rusty Nail goes, just blows on him, and he falls back. It was a pretty sick little part for Rusty Nail.
Yeah.
Hot Glasses pulls out a gun, just immediately escalates the situation. And he's like, got you outnumbered here, sweetheart. She's like, you kill me, this animal dies. And he's like, you're not in a position of authority here. And she's like, that animal's fucking losing blood. I got to save its life.
He's like, listen,
you
honey,
need me.
I think we got the drop on you.
So he then says, tell you what, if that animal dies, I'll kill you. And he flipped it around. He's like, if you kill me, the animal dies. If that animal dies, I'll kill you.
Boom.
And he's like, let's go. So she's going to treat Blue. Volcano rumbles, so like we think it's very loud, and people are freaking out outside. And then all the doors close, where Bryce Dallas Howard and Franklin are. So they're closed in, and Franklin's like, "Is this to protect us?" And Bryce Dallas Howard goes, "I don't think so." Which I think she might have been right, but why she got that feeling immediately?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
like she had like Braden would have been like, no, they wouldn't be doing this to protect us. They're gonna fucking kill us all, man. We gotta fucking kill them.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Braden.
say.
But that was a very Braden response by Bryce Dallas Howard. She had no reason not to trust these people at this point.
Yeah, I was gonna say I actually felt her.
They were like, let's fucking go save all the dinosaurs. It'll be great. We'll bring Chris Pratt. We got the vet coming. Like all that. She didn't know all of that stuff happened. Mm-hmm. She's like, this isn't good. They're gonna kill us. That's what they're locking us in here. They're leaving us to die. Fuck. And so we're back. Rusty Nails calls DC Andy Cartwright saying he's got blue. Like, I got blue and I want my bonus. And you're like, what, dude? He's like, I want that bonus.
Yeah.
And he's like, you'll fucking get your bonus. Bring me the dinosaur. Like, this was
still working.
He's like, you're a day behind. The expectation was that you got the dinosaur and I would give you your bone. Like, nothing's changed, sir.
Yeah.
Do your fucking job.
Yeah.
And the little girl comes in. She's like, a dinosaur's okay. And he fucking, DC Andy Cartwright screams at the little girl and then realizes, I probably shouldn't have screamed at her. And he goes over. He's like, hey, I'm sorry. This is a very important call I'm on. All right, I should never yell at you. Why don't you go up to the library and I'll come up. I'll finish this call in a couple minutes. I'll come meet you there. I'll tell you all about it. And she goes, okay. She goes to the library.
Yeah.
We never see that library conversation, I don't think, but I wish we did.
Well, I guess yeah.
And so DC Andy Cartwright says, just bring the dinosaurs to me here, which was not the plan.
No.
That we were aware of. So we're like, okay, what the fuck's that all about?
Yeah.
We then see they just left Chris Pratt laying in the woods.
Yeah.
Their plan was to murder him. It's fucking great. And why not just kill him? You know, you shoot him with a dart, just go put a bullet in his head.
Yeah.
Let him be dead.
Yeah.
So they leave him there, and a Triceratops comes up and just starts disgustingly licking his face. And he's like, wakes up, but he can't move because he's got all this shit in him. He's like, oh my God, stop it. Like, he is so unhappy, and Triceratops is fucking booming. And then it runs, and we see that there's lava coming at him. We're like, oh, shit. Chris Pratt does, like, a slow, crazy lava roll. And he, like, it rolls. The Jurassic Park Jeep gets burned up. Jurassic Park is dead now.
Dead.
He, like, gets up and fucking, like, gets over a log and is able to stand up.
What does this scene remind you of another scene?
It reminds me of in the movie The Rundown.
Yes!
With The Rock and Sean William Scott.
Yes!
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. In my mind, no way that's what you were thinking.
No,
I'm so glad we were on the same page. Yeah.
Yep.
When
the
he
exact same
eats those
almost.
fruit and him and Sean, he's like, the monkeys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Just like that, 100%.
Just like that.
So, a little fun fact time.
Please tell me they stole it. Please tell me there's something about The Rundown in there.
Not that I've seen so far, but they're shooting. They shot him with carfentanil, and it's like a narcotic that is extremely.
In the movie, they shot Chris Pratt's. Like Chris Pratt wasn't real. The fun fact isn't that they used real carfentanil.
No, yeah, but
on Chris Pratt.
But the point is like how unrealistic it is in the movie. So they use carfentanil, which is an extremely potent fucking narcotic that is supposed to sedate ginormous dinosaurs.
Yeah. I cut a lot of. I'm a drug dealer, and I cut most of my drugs with carfentanil because it's cheaper.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and like people die, but like
yeah.
The real addicts, they're like, oh shit, he died on that guy's shit. Well, I want to go buy from that guy because he got some good shit.
And they got the stamina to be able to withstand that shit, you know?
Not necessarily.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's
That's the name of the game, though.
Yeah, and there's always gonna be other addicts out there, you know.
True.
I just feed off of their need to put drugs in their system.
Yeah, look at that. Nice.
Yeah.
But the fun fact is basically there's no way any human would be able to take one dart of that amount of carfentanil that's supposed to be taking down a full-grown velociraptor, is what it's supposed to say. That would be a lethal dose, and Chris Pratt should be dead. Like, and it said very quickly. Like, he should have died very quickly, not this, like, and if he was to recover, not recover that quickly.
He wouldn't have, the way he was laying. So big thing, when you shoot heroin, you want to lay on your side. Because if you lay on your back,
You'll choke your tongue.
much like Chris Pratt was doing, yeah, you'll throw up in your mouth and you'll choke on your own vomit and you'll die.
Oh, wow.
So like Chris Pratt was just on his back, sprawled out. Chris Pratt would be dead. He took it, and carfentanil directly to the heart. Well, like, he is fucking done city. And so, like, let's say he didn't die. He is an action hero the rest of this movie. He would be going through withdrawals.
Yeah.
And, like, cold sweats, throwing up, not feeling good. He would not be doing the shit he does the rest of this movie.
So one thing I did catch during this scene is Wu, she took the carfentanil out of before it, like, fully went in.
It's not Wu.
Oh, it's not Wu.
Dr. Wu is the...
Yeah, I'm mixed up. Yeah.
Hot glasses is what we're calling it.
Hot glasses. She removed the carfentanil before it was fully injected into him.
So he's fine.
Yeah.
What the fuck was this fun? We just spent like 4 minutes on this fucking fun fact.
I caught that personally, though.
Yeah, but why are we wasting time on this? For you to be like, well, so like this is a fun fact, but actually he didn't get the full dose, so he might have been fine.
Well, that's what I'm just
saying.
This
was just fucking 4 minutes of our lives we could have had back, man. So Franklin's talking to himself, and he's like, just take the job, son. Yeah, it'll be good for you. Build your people skills. Yeah, thanks, Dad. And then he gets, like, there's a door opens, but it's not the door that they want to get to. I don't understand what door opens. And then lava starts coming from the ceiling, and we're hearing booming, and he's like, oh, it's fucking T-Rex. It's the T-Rex, it's the T-Rex, it's the fucking T-Rex. And then the thing comes out, it's not a T-Rex, but it's a scary-looking dinosaur.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it looks bigger than a raptor.
Yeah.
Smaller than a T-Rex, predator. Like it looks badass. Like, I'd be fucking freaking out. And she's like, oh, it's not a T-Rex, see? And then she yells. They're, like, hiding. The lava's falling, so it can't get at them. And she sees a chair, and she just yells, chair! You're like, what?
Now, this animal is super scary, though.
The ladder wouldn't come down all the way, so
yeah.
She needed the chair to step up. I didn't notice that until after she yelled chair, and I was like, why is she yelling chair at the guy?
But even then...
Did she just realize that a chair was in the... Where did she think he was sitting?
So, in the way that this is positioned, too, in this, like, little area, that the fucking dinosaur is on, like, let's say the right side of the room, and the chair's directly in front of that dinosaur. But there's lava that's falling down in the middle, and when he goes back to grab it, the thing almost fucking bites him and eats him.
What eats the top of the chair?
Yeah, it does grab the top of the chair. But... She showed that she was, like, able to grab the bottom of it. She just wasn't able to pull herself up. You think he would just be like, hey, jump into my hands, and I'll help, like, push you up real quick or something?
Do you think Franklin is strong enough to pull himself up?
No, I guess it's a good point.
Yeah, no way Franklin's getting up there. Franklin's like, I'm going to need the chair. I'm not helping her. Let's both of us use this chair.
I guess that's a good point.
Yeah, for sure. They climb up, and the dinosaur's, like, under there, and Franklin's like, we made it. We fucking made it. And then the ladder extends all the way, and Franklin is on the ground. And he's like, oh, shit. And the dinosaur chases, and he climbs up it, and it's getting up there. It's getting really close to them, and there's like a emergency door, like bomb shelter type door. And then Bryce Dallas Howard gets it open, and her and Franklin get up there, and the dinosaur's trying to get up, and they're fucking smashing it, and then they get it closed, and they lock that poor thing to die inside a bomb shelter as a fucking volcano's erupting. But, like, I get it was going to fuck them up there. So
yeah.
This is kill or be killed, baby.
Yeah, luckily this movie isn't based on realism and just based on probability. You know, like, or just, like, possibility, more so.
What do you mean? Oh, that they could push the dinosaur's head down? And
yeah.
That they would,
Yeah, the fact that they would survive that situation.
Yeah, they'd have been dead.
Yeah.
1,000%. And so they make it out. The volcano's full-on erupting. There's lava everywhere. And then we just see Chris Pratt running out of the jungle. And there's, like, smaller dinosaurs following him. And he just yells, run!
Yeah,
run!
And big dinosaurs, too.
So after he yells run, we see the big dinosaurs start coming out of the jungle. And Bryce Dallas Howard and Franklin are like, well, let's fucking run. He's right.
Yeah, fuck.
So they run. They run for a while. There's dinosaurs everywhere. They jump over a log, and they hide. So, like, one of the hamster balls from the first Jurassic World movie is there. And that's safe. They hide in front of the hamster ball. because that's safe, but the logs are just getting fucking trampled and destroyed, but they're avoiding the clear hamster ball that would, to a dinosaur, look like a fucking clear path that they could run through.
Yeah.
And they're like dinosaurs are like coming at it and then like fucking merging around it. It was bizarre.
It was bizarre. Yeah.
He's like
and then the moment that they all run past him, then they're like, "Oh, let's get in."
Let's get in and drive, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Not before.
Bryce Dallas Howard and Franklin get in, and then there's a neat looking dinosaur.
It's a very similar dinosaur, I think, to Jurassic Park 3 when they're reaching in the poop. I believe
And
it's
the
same.
one, yeah, it is the same. The one that just showed up, and you're
Yeah.
like, why did that one not?
And just stared at him and then just turned around.
Walked off, yeah. That one.
Yeah.
It is that one. And it's staring at Chris Pratt, and then a Triceratops is coming through, and it attacks the Triceratops. But the Triceratops makes it look like a little bitch. Triceratops just wins.
Yeah.
Like
literally.
it jumped the Triceratops. The Triceratops fought back, won, and then kept running from the lava.
I liked it. I actually liked it.
And you were like, this is how they're introducing this. And then the thing looks up and it's like, all right, well, I'll beat this guy. And he goes to run at Chris Pratt, and the fucking T-Rex comes through and fucks him up. T-Rex saves the day, and then it runs. It's like, I don't got time for this. There's lava and shit. I gotta run. And then it runs down. Everybody's running.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Pratt couldn't get into the hamster ball. It closed before he could get in. I guess you don't have the ability to open it and let someone in.
Which is so weird. Yeah.
So Bryce Dallas Howard is driving it. There's a dinosaur running alongside that looks at them and then looks like it's going to attack them. It goes at the hamster ball and it gets hit with a rock from the volcano. It's dead on impact.
I love that shot.
Oof.
Yeah.
They're going off the edge of a cliff, and they're like, oh, shit, we can't stop. And they go, there's dinosaurs that went over the cliff. The hamster ball went over the
ball
cliff.
Drop, dude.
It was bananas. Everyone's in the water.
Yeah.
Hamster ball's in the water.
Triceratops are drowning. Fucking.
The ball starts filling with water, and Franklin's not handling this well.
No.
Franklin's like, there's water! There's fucking water in here. We need to stop. And you're like, Franklin, just take it easy. Take it easy. And then all of a sudden, Chris Pratt dove off the cliff and is swimming down to them. And he pulls out a gun. And he's like, this, move. And he shoots twice. And it just makes two small holes that water starts shooting through. And he's like, thought for sure that was going to work.
But the next, was it 2 shots or 3 shots?
I don't know.
But let's say the second shot, when he shoots it, it bounces off and fucking hits him in the arm. And he goes, ah!
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I thought he was out of bullets, and then he was like, fuck it.
No, so he shot it, bounced off,
Great.
hit him in the arm, and he's like, oh, fuck.
Great.
Yeah.
He then just swims up to the surface, and you're like, all right, well, good for you.
Yeah.
And Bryce Dallas Howard's like, all right, this is where we're fucking done. She's like, let's say, Franklin, take. We're about to fill up with water. Take a deep breath before we do.
And he's freaking out.
Yeah, they both. And now it's completely filled with water. And then Chris Pratt swims back down
faster than fucking Aquaman.
How good of a breath would he have gotten to where it made sense for him to swim up to the surface, get the breath? The ball is still sinking.
Yeah,
it's
and
filling
it's sinking
with water
faster
and sinking
and faster.
further.
Yeah.
So he swims down to that was poor planning on his part. And he goes and
he grabs his fucking knife. And he's like, I'm going to fucking stab
it.
it.
I'm going to fucking stab it. And he's fucking him and Bryce Dallas Howard. They break it open.
What he does is he wedges it between where the door's round and it doesn't open like a normal door. So they were able to somehow pry it open.
And they got it out.
Yeah.
They get to the surface and you're made to feel like, oh, they're safe. But there's fireballs just shooting in the water all around them from the lava. But it's a non-issue. They're like, oh, thank God we're safe. And then just the next scene, they're not in the water anymore. And you're like, what the fuck?
Do you know how far?
Yeah.
It's them showing up on a little small beach area where there's just not a shit ton of rocks. Do you know how far they would have had to swim from where they showed they dropped off the cliff?
It was far swim dodging fireballs the whole time.
Wow, there's fucking dinosaurs floating around you and shit, bro.
Like it's not cool with the situation they're in. They're not like, yeah, we're good.
Yeah, no. But
they
end up
get
on-
to it,
yeah.
and Bryce Dallas Howard says, "Those bastards! It was all a lie."
And then
Chris
we see a fucking T-Rex being flown away, and Chris Pratt's
not all of it. Like that. Like
90% of his
not,
lines are
not
just
not all of it being like they are taking the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Like, didn't need to be said.
yeah.
Rusty Nails is running the show back, getting everything loaded up, and then they're bringing the Stegosaurus. Like, hey, hold up. He gets up to the Stegosaurus. He's like, hey, Mama, how you doing? I know it's scary. And then he pulls out a thing and rips one of its teeth out, and it's like, "Arr!" It's sedated. And he's like, oh, you're gonna feel that when you wake up. And then he hops down. He's like, all right, get this piece of shit out of here.
And he put it in a collection. He had like a bag full of teeth.
And I assume that's what his bonus is. That's what that bonus is.
No, it's not. We'll get to it.
It's dinosaur teeth in general, though. He's like, I want.
It might be, yeah.
Yeah, for sure it is.
But there's more that he's claiming.
I think I know what you're talking about, and I don't think he knew about that at the time of him saying he wants the bonus, because he's like, whoa, what the fuck is this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just the teeth. I think he gets a tooth from every dinosaur. Which, if you're the dude,
That's such a shitty bonus, bro.
yeah. But if you're the other dude, you're like, yeah, no, you're gonna be good at this, and the only thing you want is one tooth from every kind of dinosaur.
Yeah.
Done.
Done.
Dude, I'm unextincting dinosaurs for profit. Are you kidding me?
We're just going to use these dinosaurs.
I'm gonna make so much money off
to
of this
make new
and
dinosaurs.
Make new dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you want a tooth? Knock yourself out.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my face,
Yeah.
Rusty Nail. And they're like watching from off in the distance. Chris Pratt still has a pair of binoculars somehow, and he goes, "We need to get on that boat." And then they run.
Yeah.
They run. Franklin Falls.
They waited way too long to be like, oh, we need to get on the boat. Because the moment they started running was when the volcano it didn't explode from the top. It just exploded from the side.
Yeah. It is shit's getting real bad.
Yeah.
Franklin Falls, and for some reason they really care about Franklin.
And Franklin, like, can't get back up. I'm like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
All right?
Chris
He's
Pratt-
the youngest out of the group.
They both stop. Chris Pratt looks. He goes, Bryce Dallas Howard, go start that truck. And he runs, and he's like, you okay, bud? Let's get you dusted off. Mwah. We're going to go. We're going to have a fun day, all right? Let's go. You're riding the truck. You ever rode the truck before, Franklin? Okay. And they run. Bryce Dallas Howard's driving. And they're like 30 feet from the boat when she starts driving.
This is Speed. This is Speed with Keanu Reeves.
It was crazy. Like, they were so close to the boat, though. When, like, where the truck was when she got in and started it.
No point in doing that.
It was so close to the boat.
Would have had
You're like, I think you wasted way more time starting the truck.
And let's say they didn't do the truck and they just ran and they couldn't just jump from the dock to the boat. They could have swam because the boat was going so fucking slow.
Yeah.
But it's a way bigger difference if the fucking big truck van can't fit. You know what I'm saying? Because then you're sinking. You got to get out of the fucking truck. Then the boat's way farther.
Yeah. Because the boat leaves the dock and they jump off the dock onto the boat and they make it because it'd be a crazy movie if it ended with Bryce Dallas Howard.
And once again,
not making a truck jump that she probably wouldn't make, but like that can't be where the movie ends. It'd be nuts.
Here we are in 2018, and they still haven't learned that, hey, when we're going to have a truck that's going off of just a flat surface, the front of the end can't go up, but it does. It goes up.
It goes up.
Like, you would think in editing, you'd be like, that looks a little cheesy.
And they make it, and after they make it, Bryce Dallas Howard grabs a John Deere hat that was in the truck and puts it on.
Because that's going to make a difference.
It's product placement. John Deere paid a lot of money to have that hat in there.
God, can you imagine?
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
Yeah,
but like,
there's no way they're like, let's have wear John Deere hat. Like,
yeah.
No. They were like, how can we work it in? Be like, well, they're trying to blend in. They're not wanted on that boat. Have her put a hat on.
Yeah.
Maybe John Deere, whatever.
Fuck it.
And as they're pulling away, we see what should have been the last scene from the island, but it's not. It's just all the ashes and the smoke, and it's so sad. It's a fucking long neck just standing at the edge of the dock, and it's like... And, like, it just slowly the smoke gets darker and darker and darker.
It stands up on its two hind legs.
Yeah, and then, like, we stopped seeing and hearing it, so it died there. And then for some reason they do like a far out scan of the whole island, and like it was a cool scan.
Yeah.
But you
exactly
you fade to black with the fucking dinosaur doing that. That is where that scene has to end.
Oh, I was even going to say bigger than even that to me was how much green was still on that island.
Oh yeah, a lot. But I'm talking about how you shot this movie. Like
Dinosaurs would have survived.
Just editing wise, it was still happening. It was
true.
The volcano was going to be more. It was eventually going to engulf the whole island.
But then we need to see that. I feel like
I don't even care. Just show us the sad long neck and leave.
No, yeah, I agree with you
because it looked awful where the long neck was.
Yeah, no, it did.
Have that be the last thing we ever see on that island.
Yeah, don't let me see that at least 1/3 to 2/3 of the island is still green.
Yeah, and like yes, the volcano will destroy it all. I'm sure.
Yeah, but don't
they
leave
know what's
me
going to, but
looking
like
at that.
Yeah,
yeah.
You end with sad long neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we're gonna end for right now. But guys, stick around. Like you won't even know we were gone. That's the beauty of this. Like you're just gonna like it's there might be like a half second of silence, and I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, we're back." So stick around, guys.
Stick around.
And we're back.
We're back.
Hey, Derek Cheater, fuck you,
dude.
So the lady who works at the house, we're back at that house. The John Hammond's buddy's house.
The Northern California mansion.
The guy who did not exist until this movie. She's like, Mr. Mills, your visitor's waiting. And it's the dude who set up all the buyers to come buy the dinosaurs. So it's like, okay, he's selling the dinosaurs to like private buyers. And he's annoyed that they aren't there yet. He's like, I'm going to call all my buyers and tell them not to come. And DC Andy Cartwright says, dude, that's don't call them, all right? We're gonna sell the fuck out of those things. They'll be here later. But I want to talk to you about what we're really doing. He's like, ooh, what are we really doing? And turns out he's like, we are gonna sell all the old dinosaurs so we can create new dinosaurs and fucking weaponize them. This guy's like, oh shit.
Yep.
So they go down. He's like, we got the DNA from the Indominus, and we were able to make the Indoraptor. And you're like, that sounds nuts. There's the little girl was following them for as far as she could. She couldn't go down. They get on the elevator and go down to a lab. She doesn't follow them down there, but she was following them, and then she ends up down there a different way. And no, she didn't follow them down. Well, did she? No, she didn't. This is later.
Yeah.
And the little girl was following for part of it, and she goes to tell the warden. And he's sitting there. He has the like photo album on his desk, and she goes to pull out a picture
because she knows he's sleeping.
Yeah, and he wakes up, and she's like, "Oh, hey!" And she's like, "Hey, this guy's fucking—he's selling dinosaurs. There's a guy who wants to sell the dinosaurs and like make weapon dinosaurs. I don't know." And he's like, "I'm sure you misheard them. All right."
And she's like, "No."
He's bringing them to the sanctuary. Go to bed. And she's like, all right. And then she walks out, and he pushes the picture back in the book. So you're like, what's the deal with that picture?
Yeah, what the fuck's up with that pic?
We're now back on the boat. Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Franklin are sneaking around. They're being sneaky sneaks.
Sneaks.
Hot Glasses is in the back with Blue, and she's trying to get the bullet out of Blue. And she's like, I need help. Chris Pratt goes, these motherfuckers are selling these dinosaurs. You knew that immediately.
Yeah.
He's like, they're selling these things. And the Hot Glasses is like, I need a blood transfusion. Who here knows how to find a vein? And Bryce Dallas Howard goes, I did a blood drive once for the Red Cross. And she's like, good enough.
Chris Pratt makes a look at her, I feel like, too, like, oh, you fucked up.
Yeah. She's like, great. We need blood from another
apex predator.
Like a carnivore. It can't be like, we can't go to a Triceratops, get their blood and put it in here. It has to be the same kind.
Yeah.
So they go to the T-Rex.
T-Rex!
They open it up. They're in there.
And you're like, how the fuck did they get this T-Rex to fit like this? I mean, I guess that's a way a T-Rex can lay down.
Yeah. I don't
super
know. I don't know
super
enough about T-Rexes, I assume.
I'm just saying its knees are above its
assume-
fucking back.
Yeah, but it's got those knees.
It's like a frog.
It's got those knees. That's the thing about T-Rexes that you're forgetting. It's got those knees.
It's like you couldn't even see the arms.
And so they go in, and Chris Pratt gets like stuck on one side of it.
And then Bryce Dallas
it
Howard's like,
moves.
fuck it.
And she's over on the side. She's like, I can't reach. You're going to have to do it. He's like, it's fucking, I have to hold its skin back while you get it. Like, its skin's too thick. You need to ride that thing like a bull. Or you're going to have to get up there. It's like riding a bull. And she's like, I didn't grow up in some fucking hillbilly town that you grew up in. Like, why do you think I would know? When the fuck would you think I rode a bull? Chris Pratt. When the fuck have I ridden a bull? You're like, oh, she's like riding a bull? That's you're like, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Fuck you. She didn't say all of that, but she said a lot of that.
And then she fucking hops up there.
She's like, oh, yeah, it's like riding a bull.
And Chris Pratt gets so turned
He's
on.
like, oh, yeah.
He's
yeah,
like, oh my God, dude, the way you ride that T-Rex's neck.
So she's
trying to like put it in, and it's not going. That skin is just too tough.
She gets it in.
No, yeah, but I'm saying at first she's trying to get in.
All right, yeah. She gets it in. They get the blood.
Then they
and
stab
two workers go by, and they're like, why is this open? There's a fucking T-Rex in there. And they close it and lock it, and then like, oh, shit. The T-Rex then wakes up. Bryce Dallas Howard realizes she can get out through the roof, because it's like a...
Yeah, but the
it's like
moment the
metal bars,
T-Rex
and she's
wakes
like,
up, Chris Pratt is eye to eye with the fucking T-Rex, and he just like smushes his fucking face over into Chris Pratt's, and Chris Pratt is once again filled with saliva all over his face.
So Bryce Dallas Howard gets out through the top, and T-Rex like breaks a hand free, and it's like swiping at him. It's wild.
It's tearing fucking metal and shit.
She then comes and opens the back of the thing, and Chris Pratt dives through the T-Rex's open mouth, and it like closes it right after he goes through.
Yeah.
And he gets out, and he's like, you fucking see that?
Possibilities, man.
They close it up, and he says, please tell me you got the blood. And she's like, oh, I got the blood. And then he says, well, where's the blood? And she's like, I got the blood right here, shark. And that was exactly how it was said, exactly what was said.
Yeah.
We're back at the house. The little girl knows the elevator code to get down to the lab. Which I feel, yeah.
Oh, no, you know what it was? When he was showing around the main salesman.
She watched what he did?
She watched him put in the
There we
code.
go. Good on her. She then goes down to the lab and watches videos of Chris Pratt training the Raptors, and like shows how, like, oh, when I show a sign of weakness here, Echo pounced and tried to attack, and I had to stop. I then showed a sign of weakness, and Blue came over to comfort me. And it's just building the Blue is an amazing creature. Blue's the best. I love Blue. I've raised her. It's Chris Pratt's like his fine, because he was fucking doing research.
Yeah, and it's showing that Chris Pratt's training has led to a development with these animals, these fucking dinosaurs.
Showing that they can take orders, that they show empathy, that they like how fucking intelligent the Raptors are. And all of this, like, they're showing that and going back to, like, the surgery on Blue. You're made to think that Blue might die in the surgery, and this would crush Chris Pratt. He loves that dinosaur, and he would do anything to save it. That is what they're building up there.
Yeah.
And
they have the kid fucking put pressure, and then he, like, messes up, and fucking the blood squirts right in his mouth.
It's great.
Great.
And she gets the bullet out, and she's like, she's going to be okay. I'm like, oh.
Look at that.
Thank God.
Going each way.
I know. Like, she's going to be okay. And they're like, oh, thank God. And then we see Chris Pratt on the video say, Blue's the leader of the pack there. If you have Blue, you can get these Raptors to do anything. We then see DC Andy Cartwright and Dr. Wu from Jurassic World 1, the guy who's like, I am fucking God. That guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, what do you mean Blue's fucking injured? I can't have an injured Raptor. You got this fucking genetic breed crazy raptor thing that Blue needs to be there to fucking train.
Yeah.
It needs to take its cues from Blue. You saw the fucking video? Chris Pratt made that very clear.
But I think it was also about the fact that they think that she's going to die, and they're trying to take the DNA from her to mix with all other dinosaurs so that they're more empathetic and more willing or able to take cues or like commands.
He needs Blue's blood. He needs Blue in general. Like he can't have a dead Blue on his hands.
Yeah.
And the little girl's watching all of this, and they're screaming. And then Dr. Wu's like, "Fuck it, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. All right, like you're bringing me an injured raptor. I can't have all this ready." And he's like, "That's not." He says, "Can you do it?" God bless you. And he goes, "I can." And he's like, "Great, then quit fucking being a bitch and arguing with me. Just do your job, Dr. Wu." And the little girl is like backing up into like a dark corner, and a big claw is reaching out, and it like touches her on the head, and she freaks out and runs right into DC Andy Cartwright, who was around the corner. And she's like, "What was that?" And he doesn't answer. We then see him legitimately throw her on the floor in her bedroom, close the door, lock it, and he tells the British lady, who's like the fucking housekeeper, nanny lady, he goes, "You keep her in there, and you keep it locked." And she's like, "You want to keep her locked in a room?" He says, "Absolutely." And then she's like, "The warden wants to talk to you right now. It's sounding important." And he looks kind of nervous. Back on the boat, they're getting to the port, and they're all like sleeping in there with the raptors, and the thing honks, and they all wake up just in time because Rusty Nail opens a slot to talk to them, and they all hide along the side where I'm sure he could have seen them, but he didn't. And he tells Hot Glasses, he's like, "Hey, we need some blood or something like that." And she says, "I'm not here to help you reset the food chain. Take your own damn samples." Which her quickness there was ridiculous, because like she just wants him to close the door as quick as possible, so he doesn't see that those three are on there.
And then she prolongs it.
Yeah, she would have just said, "Okay,"
in that scenario. Yeah,
he'd be like, "All right," and then close it. And like he kind of like makes a face and closes it still, like he handled it better than he probably would have been. Like, how about I just fucking kill you?
Yeah,
all right, like that's still on the table. I don't understand why you think you're safe here.
Yeah,
like, yeah, but he closed it.
Which is crazy, because in reality, too, he would have killed her because he already killed someone else, and then now there's a witness, all this and that. Yeah. Makes no sense.
Yeah, no way she's walking out of this alive.
She's in the middle of the ocean. They would have just thrown her overboard.
Yeah.
You know?
Someone would have been there watching her with the raptor.
The entire time, too.
And then once it was ready, they were like, "All right, great, she can die."
Yeah.
Perfect.
Boom.
They get off the truck, and someone comes up. Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard hide. Franklin like gets confronted by the guy, and he's like, "You part of the deck crew?" He's like, "Uh huh." He's like, "All right, well, come on, we need you." He's now part of the deck crew, and Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard are like, "Oh, he's not gonna make it. Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah,
this is the worst case scenario. But then they just get in a truck and are somehow able to drive off the boat with the other trucks and like join the convoy where it's going. And you're like, I think that would have been a little harder.
Yeah, the only thing I thought was like, oh, I guess because maybe this is all illegal, it's not being done by like a legit corporation, so everyone has like not like a legitimate position or something.
It is millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly.
Rusty Nail is overseeing every fucking part of this.
Yeah, Rusty Nail, yeah.
Yeah, they join the truck convoy, and they show up. Claire, Bryce Dallas Howard, recognizes the house. She's like, "Oh, this is John Hammond's boy." And Chris Pratt says, "Must have a big-ass garage, huh?" Whatever.
Yeah.
They're bringing all the dinosaurs there. The T-Rex is in like a cargo thing, and they want to walk into the next one so it'll go down the elevator, and they have the goat there, and they're tasing it, and it eats the goat, and it goes down the elevator, and it walks out when the elevator opens, and it's in its cage that they want to hold it in, and the elevator goes up. It's very organized there. The warden is talking to DC Andy Cartwright, and he tells him to call the police on himself. So Andy Cartwright walks over to the phone, but grabs the pillow right next to it and says, "I'm not the only one that's guilty here. Am I, sir?" And then we don't see him kill the guy, but we see John Hammond's fucking mosquito thing fall and break.
Mm-hmm.
So he must.
Yep.
And
which is crazy, because that man smothered that man.
Oh, yeah.
He's smart. We don't see it.
I wish they would have shown the fight. And he's like,
Yeah.
And he's fucking pleading for his life. He's like, okay, I'll let you do whatever you want. Just don't fucking kill me. Please don't fucking kill me.
He lifts the pillow up. He's like, what was that? And they start smothering him again.
He's like, oh, no, okay, yeah.
My bad.
So we're good? Okay, yeah. And he fucking does it. Like, it would have been great.
Dude, fuck.
That doesn't happen.
No.
We then see there's a sign that shows, like, the sign says, like, next town, 10 miles. Like it's a fucking ridiculous, like, on that property. Like, that doesn't exist.
No.
And they're like, oh, we go to that town. We tell the authorities. We shut this whole thing down. And, like, as they say that, Rusty Nails right by the car. Sticks a gun in Chris Pratt's face, and a bunch of people surround it. He says, should have stayed on the island. Better odds.
Which, I get the saying, but what's kind of funny to that is that there was 4 of them.
Also,
I get, like, this, but I don't know. I just kind of
also better odds, no?
No, yeah, exactly. That, too.
There's
no way. There's a volcano. There's dinosaurs. There's fucking...
They would have died on the island for sure.
For sure.
If they stayed.
But they're alive with you.
Yeah. So Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard are now in like a little jail cell, and DC Andy Cartwright apologizes for bringing Bryce Dallas Howard into this. He's like, I didn't even want to make you a part of this, but they said we needed you. Sorry, blah blah blah. And they go back and forth. Chris Pratt's like, man, what are you with your big brains? You could have started a foundation to cure cancer. Instead, what? You fucking sell dinosaurs? And he's like, I saved these animals. I fucking saved these animals. And Bryce Dallas Howard says some shit to them, and he goes, I admire your idealism. I really do, but we both exploited these animals. I just have the integrity to admit it. And she's like, I did nothing to exploit. He's like, you signed off on the Indominus Rex being built.
Tell me what's different.
You kept dinosaurs in a cage that people paid to come see. How did you not exploit these fucking animals?
Yeah.
And I'm glad that happened. I'm glad he's like, let's not act like you're just, I was just baking cookies, and then the big scary guy came in and said he was going to kill all the dinosaurs. Like, he's like, you fucking bitch. Like, you fucking did all this shit.
He's literally like, he said
the last movie was only 3 years ago. You didn't refer to them as animals. You called them assets.
Yeah. And he refers to them as, like, the parents of, like, the new world. Or, like, the...
Because he then turns it on Chris Pratt, and he's like, did you think that all your research on raptors wasn't going to be used by someone who would weaponize it?
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
You two are the parents of the new world.
Boom.
You're perfect for each other. He then gives Rusty Nail a clear order to kill them. Rusty Nail goes, what should we do about them? And he says, well, as far as anyone's concerned, they never made it off the island. And he walks away. But Rusty Nail didn't
execute.
Yeah, like they should have been executed right then and there.
Shot.
As far as anyone's concerned, they didn't make it off the island. That is as clear of a, go ahead and kill them right now as there could be.
I would almost enjoy it more if they were like...
If they killed them?
Well, referred that they were going to use them almost as food to, like, the dinosaurs. That's why they kept them in the cage for that momentary time or something.
Give us some reason why they're alive.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he's like, all right, well, we're going to feed them to the Indoraptor.
Yeah, something like that.
Something.
Little girl breaks out of her room, but doesn't leave through the... Like, she breaks out through the door, but sees that there's people in the hallway. So she goes out to her balcony that, to my knowledge, was always accessible to her.
Yeah.
And then climbs on the roof from the balcony and does some crazy shit. Like why she waited until she was able to open the door.
I don't know.
Beyond me. Why she wasn't like, oh, you're locking me in here? Well, I'm fucking leave out the balcony.
Maybe she
Fuck
just
this guy.
Had enough of it at that point. Maybe she was fed up.
The buyers have arrived. They're pulling up in nice cars. The guy who set all this up and is explaining who everyone is, and none of it sounds good.
No.
None of it's like, oh, this is a small business owner, and his kid loves triceratopses, so they're going to take good care of it. It's all this guy wants. This is a Russian war guy, and he wants to do some shit. This guy owns the biggest oil plant in all of Saudi Arabia, and he wants to use it to kill journalists. Like it's all like worst case scenario. You're like, oh man, this is gonna suck. The guy asks, he's like, hey, is not John Hammond, but the other old guy, is he going to join us tonight? And he says that is very unlikely. which is a great response.
Yeah.
The little girl goes to the warden's bedroom and sees that he is dead. She discovers it.
She plays it pretty well, too. I felt like she did pretty good acting.
It was great. Yeah. She was very good.
Oh, and then what did she say the first time she walked in the room? Not this scene, but the first time she met him. Did she say grandpapa or papa?
I don't know.
It was just funny. I like the way she said it. I think she said grandpapa.
Grandpapa?
Grandpapa?
Grandpapa? Did you catch the fox, mother?
Mother? Yeah, like literally those type of vibes.
She takes the picture, and then fucking home DC Andy Cartwright comes through. I'm gonna fuck up that name.
Yeah.
Comes in, and she like runs and hides. There's like it's like a little shoot for
Yeah, it's something
for
like
laundry or
or-
dishes. I'm rich and I want to eat in my room. I want to put the dishes, and then they go to the dish place.
Yeah, what story was this on? Like 3rd or 4th floor or something?
I don't know. It was high up.
It's a big
It was
home.
high up.
Yeah.
The guy walks in and he yells, "Iris!" And then she comes in the room. She he says, "It's over. What a tragedy." And then she goes over and sees that the warden is dead.
2 seconds.
Yeah. And he goes, "So I guess since he's dead, you'll just be leaving now?" she's like, "What? Well, no, I have the girl. I've helped raise her." He says, "I'm her guardian now. What she needs is no longer your concern." And she's like, I don't think you understand her." And he's like, "I understand her value." And you're like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah,
And the girl's looking at the picture, and he says, "I raised her. I raised both of them. DC Andy Cartwright, please." And he says, "Goodbye, Iris." And then she leaves.
She leaves?
We do not see her again.
Ever.
It is so great.
Which is insane, because like you would think that she would have ended up at the end, like somewhere at the end or something like that, like taking the girl.
She
or
maybe would have put up more of a fight, you would think.
Yeah, with that too.
I raised her. She doesn't even say goodbye to the girl.
Well, I guess
She just leaves.
Well, maybe she understands somewhat of what's going on, to where she says in her mind, like, okay, there's no point of bickering with him. I'm just gonna get the girl and go. Like maybe that's what I was hoping when I watched it. Like,
But she doesn't go to get the girl.
no, she doesn't do anything.
She fucking leaves.
Dude, wild. It's
Great.
Yeah.
He looks he hears something move in the chute, and he goes to look, and the thing's gone. The little girl moved. We're back behind bars. They didn't get killed. And Bryce Dallas Howard's like, "Do you remember the first time you saw a dinosaur?" Chris Pratt, "It was magical. It was sexy.
Seemed like a
it was
miracle."
blah, blah, blah. It was just along. And it's doing the piano of do, 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 do.
No,
There's too many.
There's
Too many or too few.
Oh,
You were just off. You were off in some way.
but the light piano do's.
Yeah, they get what we just did.
Okay, good.
Bryce Dallas Howard and Chris Pratt, they both blame themselves for what's going on, and he's like, "We can talk about this later." She goes, "If there's a later," he goes, "There's gonna be a later." I got a cabin to finish. I fucking hate him.
God, dude.
He's like, look who just woke up. And he looks over into the cell next to them, and it's the fucking Helmet Head dinosaur. And he whistles, and Helmet Head runs and smashes into the wall. And like they keep cutting back and forth to this and other stuff. I'm just going to say Helmet Head breaks through, and then Chris Pratt stands in front of the bars, and he like whistles at him, and it runs at him, and he moves, and it breaks the bars. They get free using Helmet Head. It's drawn out for like 5 minutes. It happens.
But it's crazy that they would put a dinosaur in there that could do that.
Yeah, for sure.
For
sure. We're now at the auction. A dinosaur, it's a herbivore, but it's the one with all the armor. They call it the living tank dinosaur.
Yeah.
It sells for 10 millions. 10 millions. 10 million. We keep seeing sales happen. They're up to $128 million in sales. Almost the budget of this movie. And Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard get out, and the little girl is there. And she runs away from them, and they follow her. She remembers Bryce Dallas Howard from the other day and recognizes Chris Pratt from his videos with the Raptors.
Honestly, she outshined the fuck out of Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard in this scene.
Talking just acting wise?
Yeah.
Oh, she's so much
Dude,
better than
bro.
So much better than both of them.
I was honestly like upset about how much I didn't like Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard's reaction to him.
This girl was like trembling and scared and crying, and Chris Pratt's like, "Well, you want to come out of that shoot or
what?
Like, what do we?" And then he just kind of like looks at Bryce Dallas Howard like, "What's her fucking deal?" Like,
Yeah. And Bryce like, yeah. Like, it was just,
like,
it wasn't like
she's like, "You remember me?" And she's like, "Yeah, I remember you." He's like, "Yeah, I was here the other day. Why don't you come out of that shoot?" Like it's not. They don't do great.
Yeah, and when even Chris Pratt was like trying to act a little bit like kind of cool rather than being like, neither of them were really sincere or like very like, you know, like deering, like trying to calm her or anything like that. It was just kind of like they were almost scared, like standoffish, like they didn't want to scare her away because she was about to pull down the chute. But
they get her out because he's like, "I'll tell you all about Blue." And she's like, "Okay."
Yeah.
And then like she's walking towards him, like, "Hey, we wanna see your grandpa. Can you take us to him?" And then she just starts crying and hugs his leg and goes, "He's gone." And he goes, that's not ideal. we're really he's kind of in charge. Like, he could have stopped a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
It's too bad he's dead.
Yeah.
And he's like, "All right, well, we're about to go find our friends and get the heck out of here. You want to come with us?" And she's like, "Yeah, I want to come with you."
Great acting by the girl.
She was very good.
Yeah.
We then hear something sells for $21 million. And then the guy who's running the auction's like, "Now that we're halfway through, we got a special treat. We're going to show you the prototype of what we've been working on. It is a creature of the future made with pieces of the past.
I fucking hate it.
The perfect blend of the two most dangerous creatures to ever walk the earth. The perfect weapon built for combat. The Indo Raptor! Do Raptor card, do Raptor card. And
It's going to sound so good.
he's like, "It's designed by Henry Wu!" And Bryce Dallas Howard and Chris Pratt are up in the balcony watching this, and they're like, "Fucking Dr. Wu's here? Are you fucking kidding me right now? What the fuck? He's a part of all this shit?" And they're like, "It has sonar and heat senses, and it can attack the fucking laser. We do this, then we hit a button, and it makes a woo 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 noise." And like, we see it happen. Like, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, the
This
thing's
is
trying to claw at
crazy.
some guy.
And the guy's like, "So again, this is just a prototype. It's not for sale." And then a guy's like, $20 million.
And
And
then
he's like,
21.
Again, like, they keep going up, and the guy looks at DC Andy Cartwright, and DC Andy Cartwright goes, "Mm-hmm. Yeah." He's like, "Do I hear 25?" And then the bidding just starts going up.
Yeah, and then Dr. Wu comes over. He's like, "This is a fucking prototype.
He's
Like, what the
he's
fuck are
he's
you
"We can't
doing?"
fucking sell this. We can't sell this." And then DC Andy Cartwright says, when any good drug dealer says, "If you want to make an addict, you gotta give him a taste.
Give him a little
We'll
pinch.
make more of these fucking things. Don't worry." And Dr. Wu goes, "Yeah, so will they.
Boom.
So will they. Will be out of fucking control." Chris Pratt up in the balcony says, "That thing cannot leave this house."
This
Well said.
This is where Chris Pratt earns his kick butter.
Yeah.
What the fuck did they
Best
call-
ass kicker, butt kicker, whatever.
Yeah.
He leads Helmet Head to the auction room. Helmet Head like was just wandering the halls. He's like, "Hey, bud, you want to have some fun with me?"
And he makes a fucking mess of things.
Yeah. So the Indoraptor sells for at least, the last bid we heard was $28 million. It could have been more.
Yeah.
But it sells to
The Russian guy?
a Russian friend.
Oh. Friend.
Yeah. Imagine the war in the Ukraine right now. They got an Indoraptor just running around ripping people to shreds.
Dude, that'd be so fucking crazy.
Wild. Helmet Head comes out the elevator. Oh, all the dinosaurs are being like displayed in. They're in a cage.
Yeah.
So it's not like dinosaurs just loose in there. Like, they're in a cage. They
Imagine
can't-
like a runway, but instead of the runway where people are on both sides of the runway, it's just a track with a cage just coming down the middle.
Yeah. Helmet Head comes and just starts fucking people up. Chris Pratt runs up. The guy with head tats.
And by fucking people up, people are going like 10 feet in the fucking air.
So there's a guy he's bald, and his head is covered with tattoos.
Yep.
And he's pointing a gun at Helmet Head. Chris Pratt runs in. They brawl, but you better believe Chris Pratt won the fight. Are you kidding me? He fucked this dude up.
Chris Pratt fucks up, I think it's 8 people here.
So DC DC Andy Cartwright, he's like, let's get that thing back in there, pull the lever, get it in, the Indoraptor on the thing, and pull it, and it starts going backwards. And then there's just a line of people that he's just fucking throwing around to the point he gets to the last guy who was at the lever, and he's just like, ah! And Chris Pratt just slams him up against the wall.
Like clotheslined him, throws him up against the wall, and he just drops lifeless on the ground. Like
he fucks up so many people and then just redoes the thing, so the Endo's staying out there.
In a matter of a second, goes from this guy who trains dinosaurs to Vin Diesel in Fast 8, where he just fucks up 8 people in a row.
Helmet Head runs into the woods as everyone's like running out. Rusty Nails is out there, and he's like, what's going on? So he then walks in, and he's like, DC Andy Cartwright, you there? I want my bonus.
Yeah.
You're like, what? What? This is the time you're picking?
Yeah.
Right now, you're like, I want that bonus we talked about. I don't know if now's a good time. And then he sees the Indoraptor. He's like, the fuck is this thing?
He's like, holy fuck, I didn't see you on the island.
Looking at it, and he's like, the and like it's looking at him, and he just pulls out his dart gun, and he shoots it.
Twice.
And like it kind of like it's not phased, and he goes to shoot it the third time. And then the Indoraptor
just falls over. He
goes in, and he's like, oh man, you're very beautiful. It's like, oh, look at this tooth. It's gonna make such a nice centerpiece on my necklace. He's making a necklace with the teeth. What a fucking loser this guy is.
So is that still the bonus, though?
I assume his bonus is the teeth. I think he did not know about this one, and he's like, oh, man.
But the bonus was for him to be able to go in the back and collect the other teeth kind of thing?
I assume he was getting a tooth from every dinosaur.
Yeah.
Yeah, or every type of dinosaur.
Yeah.
And to make his fucking stupid... Dude, have you ever... Like a shark tooth necklace? Have you ever seen someone wearing a shark tooth necklace and been like, oh, that's really cool?
Yeah.
You're a fucking loser.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Like this guy, his big thing, he's risking his life, he's killing people, fucking murdered Chris Pratt, he thought. And his big payoff was that he gets to make a necklace with the teeth.
Oh,
Rusty Nails is not as cool as he was in Joyride.
No.
Or as he was in American Gangster.
Oof.
And as he goes to get it, the tail moves. And like he looks back at the tail and it goes back down. And I swear, the dinosaur smiles
and then looks up at him.
Looks up, and then like he looks back and it closes its eyes. It didn't need to do this twice because it closed its eyes, and then he goes again. It moves the tail, and he looks and doesn't stop moving, and then it opens its eyes again, and it smiles like, "Oh, you fucked up! What are you doing in here, man?" And like just starts fucking him up, rips his arm off.
I guess it's like since they didn't barely show the Indoraptor, they're trying to show how smart it is for this one little scene, you know?
Yeah, but they also could have done it with just the one.
Yeah.
Or I guess, because we would have thought, it just wasn't out.
Well, maybe something
it's playing
else.
possum.
I felt like they could have done
stuff.
something else.
It's fine. It's fine. There's now, he's dead. Rusty Nails is dead.
He's dead.
The auctioneer guy runs into the elevator. He's having a big party. There's like 6 people in there. There's a lady in front of the elevator button board, and he just fucking, fuck out of my way, and throws her into the middle of the elevator, and she sees what's going on out there, and she screams. So now the Indoraptor's like, oh, let's go over there.
Guess I'll fucking eat
gets
them.
out, and the door closes just before the Indoraptor gets in the elevator.
You know what scene this reminds me of?
What?
The first Godzilla.
Never would have guessed that. Okay.
You feel me, though? When the baby Godzilla's running at him?
I have not. I saw the first Godzilla once, and probably around the time it came out.
Well, there's an exact scene just like this.
There we go.
There we go.
Then the Indo was like, oh, well, that sucks. I was going to get those people. And turns around, and its tail just hits the board with the button.
Just
and
luckily.
It breaks, and then the door opens.
I don't think that's how elevators work either.
Yeah, so, but everyone in that elevator is now dead.
Dead.
So, we're in a hallway, and DC Andy Cartwright and 2 armed guards find Bryce Dallas Howard and the little girl. He's like, you 2 fucking deserve each other.
And Chris Pratt, right?
What, did I just say Bryce Dallas Howard?
I think so.
Yeah, so Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, and the little girl. And they're like, we need to stop. What's going on here? He's like, how are you going to stop that, huh? You going to go back in time and stop John Hammond from playing God? You can't. And they're like, he's like, little girl, come with me. And yeah, she's staying with us. Like, you think you can take care of her? you don't even know what the fuck she is, do you? And they're like, what? And he's like, the warden never had a granddaughter. His daughter died, so he made this little fucking bitch. This is his daughter that he created. You think you can take care of a fake person? And they're like, what? And it's like, just like that quickly, he tells, like, it's kind of in building to figuring out what the deal is. And like, he says that it's like a fuck you to them. He's like, now come with me. And then the Indoraptor runs through and eats the two guards.
Both of them at the same.
The
same
girl
bite.
sticks with them. DC Andy Cartwright runs the other way. So they're all getting away from the Indoraptor. They're packing up the lab. They're getting the Indominus there. Dr. Wu hands someone the Indominus DNA, and he's like, get this to DC Andy Cartwright.
Mm-hmm.
And they're packing up the lab. Franklin is dressed as a fucking lab assistant.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, we need to do this thing. Go get the kit. Whatever. He said some shit that Dr. Wu would know about. Franklin's like, I don't. He's like, don't fucking look at me like that. Go get the kit. And he's like, oh, I'll get the kit. I'll get the kit. Jesus Christ. And Dr. Wu, Hot Glasses is cuffed to the cage that Blue is in. And Dr. Wu walks over and he's like, we need Blue's blood. And she's like, you can get it yourself. And he's like, why don't you just don't make this harder, all right? Like, I'm going to get it with or without you. And she's like, that blood's contaminated. And he's like, no, it's not. I created these raptors. They're fucking perfect. And she said, I did a blood transfusion with a T-Rex.
And he's
It's
like,
a fucking sock drawer in there. Which I've never heard.
Yeah.
I like that.
But
I like sock drawers.
It's kind of funny to throw that in there.
And Franklin then does the big reveal. He takes the hat off, so we now know, oh, that was Franklin in the lab. We knew it was Franklin. Yeah, it's Franklin. And he comes up and he stabs the doctor in the neck with the carfentanil. So he for sure killed the doctor.
Oh, wait, that guy's dead.
Yeah. And he's like, I fucking saved your life, baby. And he unlocks Hot Glasses, and then she, like, lovingly grabs his face and is like, oh, you did it. And I was like,
I thought they were gonna kiss.
yeah. I put in my notes here. I didn't say it, but like when they had like the banter in the beginning, I was like, hopefully they fuck at some point in this movie.
They ruined that.
Hopefully
they
that's the
ruined
thing.
that
And
moment.
instead, it's like, oh, you.
Perfect moment for that, but nope.
And two guys walk up with guns and like, step away from the cage. And the one guy grabs the doctor and gets him out of the other guy standing there with the gun, and Hot Glasses just opens the cage.
I think it was Bryce Dallas.
Bryce Dallas is not in the room right now. It's Hot Glasses and Franklin.
Hot
Glasses just opens the cage, and then Blue starts fucking everybody up.
Yep.
Yeah, Blue fucks that dude up real good, and then the other guy like comes in and Blue's fucking him up, and he shoots, and it hits these big tanks that say flammable gas, and everyone runs out, and Blue gets out just as it explodes, and like it
Sniffs it too. He knows it.
Knocks Blue into the hallway, but Blue's alive.
I actually really like that shot when it exploded and it showed Blue getting knocked, because it like almost cut to like a surveillance footage of it, and it seemed pretty legit.
Yeah,
you know,
seemed like an explosion.
But like the way that the dinosaur got launched from the explosion seemed pretty realistic looking.
Yeah. The Indoraptor is looking for Chris Pratt and Dino Girl. That's what she is. She's a fucking dinosaur person.
She is.
And Bryce Dallas Howard.
A clone.
Yeah.
That's a clone.
They're in the big fossil room, and they drop the walkie-talkie running, and they're trying to get it, and they can't. And then someone makes a call on it, and like notices that, and they're right by it. So they run, chases them upstairs. They climb into like... It was a weird, like, chase them upstairs, they get away, and then from upstairs, they drop back downstairs into, like, a glass exhibit of the dinosaurs, and there's a breaker box in there, and Chris Pratt just shuts everything the fuck down, so it's all dark.
Yep.
Can't see them. Franklin and Hot Glasses are in the room where all the dinosaurs are being kept, and it's filling with gas, and... he's like, the ventilation systems are down. He's like, I have to. The only way to get them back up is to reboot everything.
Gotta
She's
reboot
like,
it.
well, reboot it, Franklin. Come on, you gotta reboot it. He's like, I don't know the system. All right,
To
the
boot?
fuck off my back. I gotta reboot it.
Gotta
Just let me
reboot
do it. And he does. And when he does that, all of the lights in the exhibit come on,
and they can't see out of the glass exhibit
But Indo can see in.
Yeah.
And he fucking smashes into their exhibit.
And this was kind of bullshit. He smashes into the exhibit. The exhibit falls all over the place to the point to where this big motherfucker can't get past a fake fucking tree to eat them all alive.
The log falls on top of Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. Dino Girl gets out of there.
Yeah. Well, not at first. They make her. They're like, you gotta fucking leave.
You gotta go. You gotta go. The Indoraptor sticks one of its claws. It looked like it went completely through Bryce Dallas Howard's leg.
It went fully fucking in.
Yeah, but like my thought was it went like up here and then went through and came out the back. They show it later and it like went on the side like a fatty part. Like it would still suck. But I thought like it went all the way through.
I wonder if there's an artery right around there.
I mean, the femoral artery's in here.
Yeah.
I don't think the dinosaur was being careful about missing it. Like he for sure could have killed her.
No, yeah, but she didn't seem like she was bleeding that much for how fucking deep it was.
Just hurt.
Yeah.
So the Dino Girl is up in the chute, and like it's a callback to the first one when they're the kitchen and the raptors are chasing them. The girl's like trying to get it down, and then she closes it, and the Indo hits its fucking face on the chute door. I was like, oh, that sucked, man.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt's, she's like, go find the girl. And he's like, I can't leave you here. And then she brings him in, kisses him, and says, I'll be fine, go. So he does. He does a sliding, rolling, slow motion thing and picks up the gun. Here's my issue. Like, the dinosaur is in a different part of the house. We didn't need the cool action shot there. He could have just ran off and picked up the gun.
They need to reinforce how
manly. Instead, they were like, let's make this part where he doesn't need to do anything cool. Let's make it as cool as possible.
Yeah.
She goes in her bedroom and hides in the bed with her head exposed. The Indo is on the roof. She knows it's on the roof. It gets on the balcony. She knows it's on the balcony. At no point does she think,
maybe I should get the fuck out of here.
I should leave the room or just hide in the room.
Yeah, or go get
I'll
on the bed.
I'll stay like this in bed with my fucking, like, the blanket up to my chin, with my head up, and I'll just cry and be scared.
So, little fun fact, as this thing's... It also learned in this short amount of time how to open up a door. So, very quietly open the door, and then we see from the moonlight shining into the bedroom the shadow, the silhouette of the Indoraptor, and then it drops down... And it just kind of like very slowly enters the room as like slowly as possible. They build up the suspense, and its one claw keeps clicking the floor as he's like smelling around. And this is supposed to be like a callback once again to the first Jurassic Park, where the big raptor is in the kitchen scene and just pavilion area, and you see the shadow of it, and you hear him clicking and like sniffing around. So it's a callback to the first Jurassic Park, where the children were being hunted by the big ass velociraptors. So a little fun fact, but dude, now this film is just specifically a horror film, and that's what they're trying to amp it up to be.
It's like creeping up on her in the bed, and then Chris Pratt comes in and he says, Dino Girl, stay down. And he shoots the Indoraptor, but there are not many bullets in it.
Oh, it was supposed to be I think the tranquilizer too. I don't think it was supposed to be the real gun. I think
it did like a, like it seemed like a real gun. It seemed like a machine gun.
I think it was a tranquilizer.
All right, whatever. There wasn't enough, and it just stares at him.
Yeah,
it was barely phased, and looks like it's about to kill Chris Pratt, and then fucking Blue shows up and like fights, but like the Blue's gonna lose, and.
Fucking Blue's doing great though so far,
holding her own.
Yeah,
it's kind of throwing Blue around, but Blue's like getting back in there.
Yeah,
they leave. The girl says, "Follow me. I know a way to the other side." And then they're like sliding on the roof and shit. And
it's crazy though that they went to the roof rather than like let's get out of the room. I mean, it's because where the dinosaurs were positioned at that point, but like Chris Pratt went to the bed. And like sat with her in the bed though.
We thought they were gonna fuck, and then
for like 30 seconds,
and then he realized she wasn't feeling it. And he's like, "All right, well, let's go."
Yeah, I picked that up too.
It's fucking bullshit. Like you're gonna be a fucking prude about it. Let's just leave.
God,
those two dinosaurs are fighting. Are you telling me you're not ready to go right now?
Dude, like
I've never been so hard.
Do or die.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. They slide on the roof and they get to where it's like a glass house. It's the ceiling. And they run across that, and they get to the end, and the Indoraptor's there. The Indoraptor
and
steps.
he gets thrown the fuck out of the window. Did you notice that?
No.
He got knocked out. The Indoraptor got knocked out. Like, he got thrown out the window, dropped 2 stories right by where Chris Pratt and them were climbing onto the roof, hits the floor, hits the side, and literally knocks out for like 2 or 3 seconds, and then like slowly gets up and then noticed them walking across. Bro, blew through that
Blue's
motherfucker
fucking making shit happen.
out the window, bro.
The Indoraptor's trying to walk across the glass house and like just realize, like, puts its weight down, realizes it breaks. So it's like, all right, where can I walk on here?
Yeah.
And it finds it. Chris Pratt and the girl are like at the end, and they slip, and he's just holding on with one hand in the pouring rain.
They're dead.
Yeah, like they would have fallen. And then Bryce Dallas Howard comes up, and she's holding a gun, and she starts banging on a thing to distract it, and it looks at her. And Chris Pratt, she's holding a gun. Chris Pratt then nods at her, and she puts the laser on Chris Pratt, and he like holds his arms out. He's like, just send me home, baby. Send me home. And then she clicks the other button that's, from what we learned, it does the noise thing, and it runs at Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt does like a run at it, and then it slides down the glass house. The thing crashes through. Looks like it's going to fall, but then it holds on, pulls itself up. It gets back on top, and it looks like, well, all right, like,
We're all dead.
yeah, well, it's fine. And then fucking Blue comes and just jumps on the thing and takes it down. They struggle in the air a little bit, and then Blue ends up on top and drives its body through like fossilized triceratops spikes and fucking murders it.
Yeah. Fucking crazy shot. I actually like that shot. It was pretty cool.
It was very good.
Yeah.
And then Blue like roars on top of the fucking dead body.
It's kind of funny because at first, the moment it got impaled, Blue was like, "Oh shit, what the fuck just happened?"
Yeah, Blue.
Oh fuck, I won. yeah, exactly. I loved it. Blue's reaction was great.
Franklin and Hot Glasses then run in, and they see them up on top of the glass thing, and Franklin goes, "Hey, you good?" Chris Pratt's like, "Yeah, you?" He's like, "Nah, you should come see this." So they go, and all the dinos are getting gassed out, and it was very off color what Bryce Dallas Howard said. So
You don't want to repeat, but you will.
yeah, she says, like, I know the Holocaust was fake and all, but I imagine this is what they want people to think Auschwitz was. And you're just like, really, Bryce
What
Dallas
the
Howard?
fuck?
Like what? Why did that need to be said?
Yeah.
And Braden didn't read this fun fact for some. I don't know how we didn't fucking find it.
It's
OJ all over again. But
Yeah.
I read the fun fact, and it was the director was like, "Hey, we can't have that line in this. Like, I don't know why you ad-libbed that." And she's like, "Well, I'm walking off this fucking set. This is the first scene they shot in the movie."
Jesus.
And she was like, "I'm walking off this set right now. If you don't put in writing that you'll keep that in there." And she's like, because it didn't fucking happen, all right? It's the fucking Jewish propaganda spewing all this bullshit, trying to get sympathy, and I'm sick of it. And they're like, "Bryce, you can't be saying that. Like, it's crazy. Of course it happened." And like, it didn't fucking happen, all right? Read a book. Read a fucking book. It's a lie. I'm walking off if we don't put that in the movie. And they caved.
Wow, look at that. Disney caving.
Yeah, it's Universal.
Yeah, what am I talking about?
Yeah, you fucking Disney can't make everything, Braden. All right,
You're right.
So like that happened, and you're like, Jesus. And she's like, "Oh, I can open the gates from here." And Chris Pratt goes, "Be careful. We're not on the island anymore." And she lets them all out of the cage, and then the button for the outer door, she opens it, and she hovers over it. And Chris Pratt says, "You press that button, there's no going back." Bryce Dallas Howard thinks about it, and then closes the thing, doesn't hit the button, and then she's like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
And then she goes and she's watching from the window.
And now we're watching.
We're watching the dinosaurs all just get gassed to death, and
Yeah.
we're like, why would you, like, so you make the decision, like, all right, I can't just set them, we're in Northern California, I can't set them free. I can get on board with that, but I'm gonna watch them suffocate to death.
And, like, you're in danger, too. Like, yeah, your part is,
there's no way it's awesome where they are.
Yeah. Like, they should be getting out.
And then all of a sudden the door opens, and you're like, huh? And you look, and it's the little girl. And she says, "I had to. They're alive. Just like me." And you're like, oh, this fake little girl is letting all the dinosaurs, like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Attack of the Clones.
Yeah. We're now DC, Andy Cartwright. He's out. He's loading up in a van. He's got the Indominus DNA.
Yep.
And they're hearing some rumbling, and they look, and a pterodactyl comes out. There's 2 armed guys, like, by the tunnel. It just fucks one of the guys up, and then picks up the other guy and lifts him up really high, and then drops him.
Fucking on the car, too.
So, DC, Andy Cartwright, he hides under the van, and he's like, oh my god, this is crazy, while all of the dinosaurs are
running out. And the van's getting fucked up. He's, like, getting squished under the van.
Like he is not going to last much longer, but the running stops. The Indominus DNA, he dropped it when he hit under the van.
So then he gets out from under the van, and then he, like, as he's, like, going to go pick it up, we see behind him that other T-Rex that got fucked up on the island, that I guess it's still alive. I thought it died, but I guess it's still alive. You know the T-Rex I'm talking about?
Is it a T-Rex?
It's not a T-Rex, but it's
the other dinosaur, yeah.
Yeah. And then which he doesn't notice it at all, and I'm thinking, oh my god, this thing is about to come up behind him and eat the fuck out of him. And he goes to pick it up, the fucking
Indominus DNA.
The Indominus DNA. And then right out of the fucking top right corner of the screen, the 1993 T-Rex just comes and fucks him up.
It was great.
It was great, but, like, it was a great pop-up, too. Great, like, I actually got scared once when I even resaw. I was like, holy shit, I don't remember that happening like that. But how the fuck does the guy not see that T-Rex right there coming up at him?
Tunnel vision, one-track mind. He's like, I'm going to get that gun, and I'm going to get that money.
You're right.
Because you ain't going to shoot no cop in the back. You know what they give you when you shoot the cop in the back? The gas chamber.
Oh, shit.
You know what the gas chamber smell like? Pine oil. That's where you heading, Jake. You heading to pine oil heaven. I'm going to get that gun, and I'm going to get that money. That's what he was fucking thinking. That's why he didn't see that T-Rex. So he's dead, and the T-Rex steps on the DNA as it runs off.
Splits his body in half, and his other half of the body goes flying, and then that other T-Rex comes up and eats the other half, too. Look at that. They're sharing a meal together now.
He didn't seem happy that the other T-Rex ate the half.
Yeah.
He, like, bumps it. He's like, fucking asshole.
No, yeah, he threw the other T-Rex on the ground.
Yeah, he's like, I was fucking eating that.
Yes. And then ran off.
So Chris Pratt and Blue, they meet in front of the house. Chris Pratt, like, does, like, it takes, like, 10 minutes for him to get close to it. But Blue feels comfortable next to him. He's like, Blue, come with me. I'll take you someplace safe. Blue then looks at the cage over on the side, looks back at him, and makes, like, a...
Fuck you, bro.
Like, fuck out of here, look. And then runs off, like, right before Blue goes in the woods, looks at him and does, like, a...
Like, I still love you, bro. I still got love for you.
And then runs into the woods.
Yeah.
It's Jeff Goldblum being a bitch, talking about, we fucked up, we shouldn't have let the dinosaurs, genetics,
everything's changed.
The food chain, everything's changed, blah, blah, blah. The dinosaurs are going to try to make us extinct and blah, all that. It's setting up for the third movie where it's like humans and dinosaurs are got to live together. And how's that going to fucking work?
Yeah, and it's showing, like, isn't it showing some clips, too, of some dinosaurs just, like, roaming and stuff?
So it's showing pterodactyls are flying along the coast. It shows the big swimming dinosaur, like, riding a wave with surfers.
And it's about to eat a surfer,
yeah. We don't see it eat the surfer, though.
And then one of my favorite shots, and now up to this point, I think my favorite roar, fucking T-Rex comes into, like, I think the Los Angeles Zoo or some shit, or the, Whatever, it doesn't matter. Just some big zoo, and it comes through, like...
How long would you have sat there and tried to think of where the zoo was?
Was it San Jose? Was it... He comes through, like, a ginormous fence into the lion's den, and now they are face-to-face, and the T-Rex gives a huge roar.
I love the lion didn't back down.
The lion didn't back down!
The lion's like, it's my fucking den, let's go!
And honestly, the roars were pretty close. Yeah. Like, the lion didn't have no pee-pee squeak.
And here's the thing. T-Rex ain't got no arms.
He ain't got no arms.
Lion. So, like...
The lion gets on the back,
grabs the fucking skull. If you were to say, hey, David, you need to bet your life on one of these, I'm betting on the T-Rex, but It's not a sure thing.
I'm for sure if it's a pack. If it's a
No,
pack.
it's one-on-one. It's not a pack of
okay.
lions. Yeah.
But
It's like your orca whale thing. Like, what if it's 10 orcas against thing? I'm like, all right, well, it's a lot of orcas.
David, I love playing.
Probably the orcas, yeah. But one-on-one, like I have to put my money just because I'd feel like such an idiot if the T-Rex just
and I'm gonna tell you right now,
just eats one bite, and I'm like, all right, well,
I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna get him down too. It's just gonna run circles around this T-Rex. T-Rex not gonna be able to get it, not be able to turn fast enough, and it's gonna nip the Achilles.
T-Rex is going to step backwards, though.
That too.
That's
a good one.
That's the thing.
But cats,
T-Rex is so humongous, though.
But cats are so
it's
fast.
It's not like a buffalo that it's getting around and biting at. Like it's here's the thing. I agree. I don't think it's a sure thing. Let's play it on your. They're in an enclosed area like that.
And
someone says, bet your life on either the lion or the T-Rex one-on-one.
I'm putting the T-Rex.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
But if he gets the
It's
Achilles,
not a sure thing. Sure. If
T-Rex can't go on one leg.
Yeah.
It's got one leg. What's it going to do?
if you and I fought and I was able to crush your windpipe with a punch, you can't breathe, what are you going to do?
I'm going to lay on my back and put my legs up in the air. Fun fact, guys, that's
I'm
what
gonna get on the other side. I'm just going to start stomping on your fucking head.
But no, guys, fun fact, if you ever get hit in the windpipe and you can't open your lungs closed, lay down on your back, put your feet up straight in the air, preferably like on a wall or something where you don't have to like hold your legs up. That will
but not if you're fighting another human.
Yeah.
Because that's a very prone position.
You would almost have to if it's that bad, though.
Well, they start stomping on your head, you're dead.
Yeah, I got to protect the head, man.
They start going head, body, you're done. So Jeff Goldblum says, we've entered a new era. Welcome to Jurassic World. And then Blue is like standing on a hill over a residential neighborhood.
Oh, no.
And just fucking rah!
You know what? This honestly reminded me of the way I run through the fucking hills. He's like,
I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you.
Dude.
It's just like me because I'm like a big raptor that killed the big dinosaurs.
Come on, bro. You acting like I don't go to the top of mountains in L.A. and scream like a fucking velociraptor.
You don't. You live in fucking Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. All right? You don't do any of that anymore.
Okay.
You're here. The movie ends. While the credits play, they finally play. Do 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 do. Like they didn't the first Jurassic World movie, and it took until now in Jurassic World 2. I hope the third one is just all that song.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to hear the actors talk because that song is playing the entire time. Whatever. The movie wasn't terrible.
The first hour was good.
But you know what movie is the opposite of terrible? What movie is damn near, if not perfect?
The Nutty Professor.
The Nutty Professor.
Yeah.
Guys, tell me one thing that's wrong with the Nutty Professor. You can't.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking perfect. You know what other movie's pretty damn near close to perfect?
It's hard, David.
It's my pick for next week. We're doing The Departed.
Oh.
Guys, I fucking love this movie. It is one of my all-time favorites. It's a little long. I don't give a fuck. It is a great movie.
Yeah.
Marky Mark's in it because we just got to keep doing Marky Mark movies. Might be the first Leo movie we're doing. Do you guys want to watch The Departed before we do a podcast on The Departed? You should, whether or not we're doing a podcast on The Departed, you should watch The Departed. Especially before we do a podcast on The Departed. Here's where you can watch The Departed before we do a podcast on The Departed.
Oh my god.
It's available on HBO Max with a subscription, or you can rent it for $3.99 on YouTube, Google Play, Apple TV, Vudu, or Amazon Prime. The Departed, guys. Watch it. And speaking of HBO Max, Braden and I have... you shouldn't rent it on any of the other platforms because you should have HBO Max. It's pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
But Braden and I have some news that involves HBO Max.
What could it be?
Guys, HBO Max is now going to be the exclusive streaming site for the 5-6... I'm kidding. How wild would that be?
Dude.
How wild would that be if I'm like, we got to deal with HBO Max? No, so Braden and I want to give you guys plenty of a heads up.
Plenty.
Coming August, we're going to be switching up the format of the 5-6 Kings. We're still going to be every motherfucking Monday, but every motherfucking Monday is going to look a little bit different. Because we are going to we're going to be watching, and then immediately after, so it's coming out every Sunday night, immediately after, we will be doing a podcast breaking down the new episodes of HBO's Game of Thrones spinoff, House of the Dragon.
Boom.
Premiering August 21st, 2022. So August 22nd will be the first motherfucking Monday that we get that coming out. Guys, that'll be every week we're doing. So if you watch the show, love the show, watch us break it down. It'll be great. Every Monday we're going to break down the episode of the previous night. And then later on, we're still doing a movie every week, though.
Boom.
Because we love doing the movies.
Yeah.
We love doing the movies. That's what we've built this podcast around, is us doing movies we love. Every week you're still going to get a movie episode, but we thought it'd be something fun. Do a show that Braden and I are both like.
Oh, man. I was big.
They shit the bed for the last, 3 seasons of that show.
A lot of shows have been doing that just because they try to cram too much in the last season.
Did you watch the new Ozark?
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
Great.
Yeah, like that's the thing. A lot of shows do that, but, Ozark
didn't do that. And I actually wish that they expanded, but then that could have happened to where they would have tried to do too much and try to sum up too much.
Yeah.
I like the pace that they went at, but now it just leads me to think they need another season.
That was because, Game of Thrones, what they did at the end, we're just going to fucking go on a little tangent here.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, man, so we set the end date. We want to get all this done. Let's pick up the pace. Before, Jon Snow's going to go to the fucking Dragonstone and meet Daenerys. Normally, that would be episode 1. We find out that's going to happen, and he's there episode 5 meeting them.
Yeah.
And some bananas shit would have happened along the way. Instead, it's the same episodes. Oh, I'm here.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, come on.
Come on.
Ozark was like, all right, we're going to say we're ending it, and we're going to change nothing about the way we do this show.
Yeah.
Which was great. Could they do another season? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I'm happy with where they ended it.
Yeah, I just wish I would have saw her. I don't want to give anything away, but
So guys, we're close enough to the end of the episode where I wouldn't be upset if you turned it off if you haven't watched Ozark and you plan to. Or fast forward 2 minutes.
Yeah, not much. I just wish she would have been able to become a successful politician. That's the one thing I wish she was about. She was basically on the verge. She did because of the end of that event that they held. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's they set it all up.
But
they
I wanted
they were all the players.
I wanted to see her on TV being a legitimate politician, showing the level of success that she was able to acquire through all the seasons. Now coming kind of to what she's done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would have been
one thing I wish I would have saw.
But also I didn't want to see Wendy succeed.
Yeah.
You know, that's also I get what you're saying, but I also wanted to see her die. Her on her knees in front of the courthouse crying, "Daddy, please don't do it." I was like, oh, you fucking deserve this so much.
Yeah.
You suck.
No, I agree.
She
if it wasn't that.
She was introduced to us by cheating on her husband.
Yep.
And she only got worse throughout the show.
It's crazy, bro. She is the villain.
And the fact that Ruth fucking dies.
That
Ruth looks like she's knew it was coming, though. You knew as they were showing,
but you didn't want it to.
Oh, no part of it. I loved Ruth. And, I was like, oh, my gosh. She
and
got
I
her fucking record expunged.
That's
all
what
this
you
happened.
wish.
Yeah, this is going to be so great for her. She's taking over the casino. Holy shit, that's awesome. Oh, she's dead. I was like, oh, she's going to die. I was like, for sure she's going to die. Oh, my God. And then she did.
There was a part of me where I thought she was going to kill the cartel.
We're
yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
And guys, that was Jurassic World. No, because that was 2 minutes. Yeah. I said fast forward 2 minutes. We could still be talking. I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That was Jurassic World, guys. Watch The Departed. Hey, have you been to 56kings.com? What are you waiting for? You can buy shirts there.
Dude.
You can vote on the first annual 56 King Award show. Voting's open until June 30th. Loving what I'm seeing on the voting so far.
Love it.
Braden's going to take home an award that I would have genuinely been upset if he didn't win this one. So
oh God.
He's in first for it, and he has to win it. Yeah, guys, go to the website. Download this episode wherever you're listening to it.
Get your votes in.
Get your motherfucking votes in.
Yep.
And Braden, there's another thing they can do on the website. So, let's say, last week we did Cranked because it was recommended. We did Jurassic World 2 this week because it was your choice. We're doing The Departed next week because it's my choice. But let's say someone's watching this right now. Mm-hmm. Someone's listening to this right now, and they're like, oh, my God, I want them to do my favorite movie. Brayden, how would they go about telling us to do their favorite movie?
David, now it's more user-friendly than ever. All they have to do is go to our website.
And what, is there like a tab that says submit ideas or something?
Yep. And what is our website called? It is called 56kings.com.
I mean, FIVESIXKING.com?
Yep.
And so, like, once they're on the website, they want to submit an idea. Well, is there, like, a tab that just says submit ideas?
Literally right at the top. It's going to go every fucking single one. It's like awards, blah, blah, blah. There's submit. You click submit.
Submit ideas?
Submit ideas. And then you just go to the fucking thing. That,
and you just enter the idea, and we get notified?
And then you click submit.
And we get notified.
And we get notified.
Oh, my God, guys, that's so easy. Like,
so easy.
Why wouldn't you do that? Guys, we've gotten some great recommendations so far.
Love them.
This feature has not disappointed, and I'm stoked to keep getting recommendations from the listeners.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll do it. Maybe we won't. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe fuck yourself.
Yeah.
My theory with feds is they're like mushrooms. Feed them shit and keep them in the dock. All right, I'm out of here. Can't wait for next. I can't fucking wait for next week. There's so many great quotes. And Brayden, so like they know to download every episode they listen to. They know it takes them a second. It means nothing to them. It means the world to us. They know to like, share, subscribe. They know to leave a review. They know to tell everyone about the 5-6 Kings. They know to go to the website to get sweet merch.
Sweet what up?
What up? What up? 5-6. I mean, what up's not on there, but 5-6 Kings is.
Yep.
They know to go there, get sweet merch, submit ideas. They know the episodes are available there. There's even little like I get kind of into. I don't write out a full review because that's what the episode is. But there's a little more to the reviews on there than you get from just like going to Apple and clicking on it. Like there's a lot more written there. They could see our scores,
our
and
combined
score, sick feature.
So cool.
But when would they want to do all this? Like if I'm a diehard fan of the 5-6 Kings, and I'm like, oh, I got to go to their website as soon as the new episode drops. Like, when is that?
David, it's every motherfucking Monday, bro.
Wait, every motherfucking Monday?
Every motherfucking Monday, bro.
So dude, like yesterday was Memorial Day. It was a Monday. Like, did a new episode release then?
You're goddamn fucking right.
Labor Day's coming up. New episode.
Yeah.
Dude, what if Christmas is on a Monday?
Duh.
Jeez, guys, every motherfucking Monday, you're getting new episodes of the 5-6 Kings podcast. Go to the website. Follow us on Instagram. I love you all very much, and we'll see you next week.
One stay in the head. Peace out.
Palm Beach County, that's